I had, after having last session where we did not have a Bjorn, I had sent him the raw of the file of the session so that he could get to it whenever he was able to. He did listen to it. He did enjoy it. So he says. Um, so that's
So
good.
he said.
Well, that's you. So, and then
Yes.
I then requested, since Bjorn was not here for the session that would normally be where he would do the last time, and he did enjoy the session, to allow him to talk about it and to uh, allow us to have a lead into Bjorn getting the potential cash from the crowd. David's doing our last time. Go, David.
Well, last time we were. And this is going to be a little tricky because I also think I missed the session before this one.
You missed the
But
latter half of one. The latter half of the one before. Yes.
yes, because I was
Power outage.
dying or something. Yeah. Oh fuck, that's what that was.
Yes.
Yes. So we at some point after that happened to me, we arrived at the capital. And Silver had she went to the castle for something.
She went to the castle library to look up stuff.
That's right. Castle library. She was talking about that with Young after. Okay. Anyway. While she's doing that, some of us are in the tavern. There's a party that's going to be brewing up here pretty soon. And unfortunately, before the party, we had to have a very serious heart-to-heart conversation between Silver and Cadriel. I think that conversation is going to lead to good places going forward. But it was uncomfortable to listen to while I was scrubbing the floor at work.
It was uncomfortable to listen to for me.
After that, more positive vibes. We got to the bar. Some things were worked out with the dragon Ostra is the noble giant lady.
Yes.
And Cadriel doesn't have to work for her anymore, which is great. He's going to stick with us. It's where he belongs. And then after that, we went to the party. Well, we played Truth or Dare on the way to the party. I guess I have to figure out how to make Skunk laugh.
Yes.
Laugh so hard he cries.
Laugh so hard he cries.
Yep.
I figured you'd be able to make him laugh. That's too easy.
Oh yeah, no, that laugh. He's Skunk. You'll make him laugh by accident. But eventually, we did reach the party after assigning Bjorn his side quest. And at that point, Cadriel, you did something fucking wild. Zipping around in the sky, bubbles everywhere, and spirits to fight the bubbles. In a light show that I'm sure alarmed any wizards in the nearby countryside. And with that having been done, it is now my job to make a profit off of your efforts.
It was your dare.
And
it is true.
Of course, there was also the bit with Cad was flying. Cad's dare was to fly through the air. Oak's dare was to perform at the party, and that led into musical accompaniment for Cad flying around in the air.
Yes, because Skunk had his bongos going, if I'm remembering.
Yep.
Skunk wasn't part of that dare. He just decided to jump in because it looked like fun.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's kind of his nature.
Yep. And
Fun.
admittedly, the entire group in that Truth or Dare ended up getting dares, and the ones that were given to Yong and Silver were arguably less intense, because all Yong had to do was go steal a flower, which she promptly gave to Silver, and then Silver was dared by Skunk to do a backflip, which was a fantastic roll of an 18 with a +0.
I forgot to mention that. Fuck.
Yep. No worries. And it was
That was a
fairly
good
well
moment.
done and amusing. Times when the dice were with us on that one.
Yeah. Now I'm here, so
Yeah, it'd be fine. You're not gonna have to roll for much of anything. At least not in the current moment, because you're just at a. There you go. See. You did just fine.
okay. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, so this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna start doing the rolls that Sam does at the beginning of everything. That's gonna fix it.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's the
I
secret.
see.
This is going to be. This was the lead up into Bjorn going around and getting some form of a payout for the
Impromptu performance.
He said there were 200 people with 200 gold apiece. So,
No. Shush.
So, question: I'm using the hat of the party hat to collect the coins.
You could be, yeah.
Well, that was my understanding from the recording. So, that being the case, if I'm holding the hat, can I still use its powers, or does it have to be on my head?
That is a good question.
What do you
Flip a
wanna do
coin?
with it?
I
want.
imagine if you're already attuned to it, that just being in possession of it should be enough, right?
Well, what's the idea?
Well,
Let him explain.
I would like to, while I'm going around collecting the money, give Bjorn an elephant trunk so that he's clearly associated with Gradiriel.
While it would not physically be there, I think he could do that, though, right?
Yeah. I think that's reasonable enough.
Okay.
Awesome.
Makes
This
it
Nordic motherfucker walking around with just an elephant trunk sticking out of his face.
And antlers from his helmet.
What kind of weird anthro mishmash is this?
Don't know, but every time someone does bother to put some coins in the hat, he'll do his own impression of a little trumpet.
Burp, burp, burp.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Becoming a cryptid. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Cryptid. He's a cryptid.
The friendliest cryptid you'll ever meet, perhaps, but
It's like a jackalope.
Yes.
It's like a jackalope, but an elephant instead of a rabbit.
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah. Now, it's worth noting that, yes, lots of people in the capital city of Morkita are fairly wealthy. However, most people that come to this party are either visitors or people who are not intending to spend a whole lot of money. So, you weren't going to necessarily get a ton of money as per the amount of people that is in this little shindig. However, you did get a lot. I just made it a little easier on me by having to, instead of rolling a individual treasure thing that was provided to me by Sam, thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
Instead of rolling that like 200 times and then adding them together, because that would be ridiculous, I just rolled it 5 times and added them together, and then converted it all into gold to make it an easier math. No.
Oh,
No. Just no. However, you did end up with quite a bit once I had all the number figures and whatnot. And then I converted it all into, as I said, into gold. And then what was left, I turned into silver because, again, it would be the remainder and whatever. And that's also the more common stuff that you guys would be spending versus... Well, technically, I gave you guys a lot of money and you spent platinum a lot. But, anyway, it amounts to a lovely 645 gold and 17 silver.
Shit. Okay. That's a payout.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty solid.
It is a very solid payout, considering that not everybody at this shindig was willing to shell out money. But there's
The ones
that did gave you a decent chunk, and you got fairly a fairly substantial payout from it that you can then disperse however you want to handle that. Because unfortunately, I don't think that goes evenly.
Pretty sure that is a life-changing amount of money.
Yeah, it could be if you guys wanted to go and buy out a million things, but that's also, you could say I'm going to go buy this rare or very rare weapon that costs 500 gold. Well, does that weapon exist where you're trying to buy it from? So,
this is true.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you guys a blank check, but I'm also not going to give you guys nothing when you ask for it. So there you go.
Oh, sorry, cat.
Meow. Don't step on the kitty, please.
I'm not stepping on her. She's just partially laying on the blanket I'm wanting to use.
Yes. So, that is the payout: 645 gold and 17 silver.
How many people are in the party again?
Like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
645 divided by 6 is 107.5.
What?
I was figuring divide the payout evenly between everyone.
Yeah.
What was it again?
107 and a half.
0.5.
Which that actually works out, because then you could do 107 to everybody, and then since the CAD was the biggest payout, he gets the extra half.
Yeah, if everyone gets 107 gold out of that, there'd be 3 gold left over, plus the silver.
Yep.
Everyone gets 1,075,283 and a third copper.
No.
134 gold for me. Okay.
So are we all on board with that? Even split?
Yep.
So what do I add?
107, and I guess you get the extra 3, so 110 for you. Because you were the one who had to go flying around.
Yay.
That's my vote, at least.
Yep. Seems reasonable.
That's fine.
So 107 for everybody, and then 110 for CAD, and then maybe give CAD the 17 silver, just as extra to it.
Sure.
Huh?
Because it was 645 gold and then 17 silver. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd say it's fine. Get passing that to the elephant, bro.
I'm not completely broke anymore. Yay!
Exactly.
This is how you make a
What?
living.
Yeah, just one night with us, and you're rich.
You can pay rent for at least a month.
Kind of posh place you live in where that's only a month.
America.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
No, this is supposed to be escapism.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes. Anyway.
What part of the flying Buscafant is not escapism?
The part that has high rent.
Yeah, as it is, according to based on 2018 dollar prices, the amount of gold I have, 147, comes out to about $1,764
Nice.
in 2018. So
Nice.
Survivable.
Exactly.
yeah.
All right. So, following that, I had also ended the
Skunk is
session.
absolutely hugging Cadro when he comes down because he is excited that went so well.
Yes.
I suppose it's market. I'm hugging Cadriel's knee.
I'm gonna do a thing then.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Do I notice? Well, I guess sure.
Skunk is not being in any way subtle. He is giggling and vibrating, just like, that was awesome, dude! I was not expecting that to go so well.
While it was fun and invigorating and stuff, when Cadriel came down and dropped his rage, his eyes were huge and he was breathing heavy. And wasn't it Silver was like, go again? And I was like,
no.
and she was like, okay.
What?
Yep. Yeah, that was pretty much verbatim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go again? No.
Okay.
Hard no. That was fun, but never again.
It was fun, but that's why I'm like, would I notice that my my leg is being hugged?
You probably would, yes.
Yeah, I did probably. Yeah, thank you.
Skunk just grins, tail just wagging.
I have a Klingon. Wait.
You do, yes. So, beyond that, was there anything that anyone else, in particular Bjorn, wanted to do at this party besides watch the spectacle and collect money? Because
Drinking contests, if he can find any.
that is most definitely a thing that can easily be achieved, considering that all the drinks and the food provided in this place are provided for free, and the ever so great water is also available, should somebody wish to partake in such a thing. Silver did that last time. It ended up great.
Why does my brain work the way it does?
Because it does. I don't know.
You've heard of the expression "a fish out of water"? What about a trippy fish in the water?
Oh no.
I think, didn't we get more?
I think you did get more, but the idea of somebody somehow making some sort of concoction that is both water, the booze, and trippy fish is terrifying. No.
Ooh. But think of the dreams you have.
Casual would do that.
Oh no! No night terrors, please.
That'd be precisely what it is, yes. So yeah,
It'd
no.
be like dying and going to hell.
This is supposed to be escapism, remember?
Everything is fun and enjoyable until you pass out.
Then it gets complicated.
Yeah, no.
That's a word for it, yeah.
Let's not do that. No, thank you.
Oh.
Um,
Like, how far down the rabbit hole do you want to escape, little man?
yeah, no.
No.
So beyond that, aside from the trippy fish shenanigans, getting some sort of drinking contest going, especially with the crowd excited because of Elephant Man, is fairly easy to achieve. And I'm pretty sure at least Elephant, Skunk, and Oak, unless pulled by Young, are not going to be a part of said drinking contest. But Bjorn is obviously going to want to get in on that, and I don't know if Silver would want to do so. Maybe not as smashed as she got here the last time she was here. Okay.
So nobody's asking casual.
I mean, he's said before to not. I mean, the no one of the party would, but there might be somebody in the crowd that might.
I mean, you guys have talked him into having a drink before, but not like a whole drinking contest.
True.
If Cad wants in, Bjorn ain't gonna stop him.
Well, the question is more, are you guys just assuming that I don't want in and not inviting?
Nah, somebody's inviting you.
Bjorn is definitely inviting. You're in the room. You're getting an invite.
So, Bjorn is the one hosting this drinking event, right?
Yep.
So, what manner of invitation do you hit me with?
I swagger by you and I say, "Hey, want to get fucked up?"
That's a way to put it.
That is the most Bjorn sentence that Bjorn has ever Bjorned.
I think, therefore I Bjorn.
I drink, therefore I Bjorn.
Yeah, there you go.
Put it on my gravestone. Put it on my grave.
I'll put it in out of context.
That
All right.
Mm, he would casual chuckles a little bit, and he's like, "I might have a drink. Something about socializing with your friends or something."
All right. We're gonna make it a good drink then.
Alrighty. So, just for confirmation purposes, who's all in this drinking contest? Whoever actually drinks gets to roll a Constitution save.
Sure, why not? Wait, what kind
Skunk-
of drink? What kind of drinking
Skunk-
contest is this?
I'd imagine that.
Is it normal drinks or is it water?
Yeah, that's the question.
I had been thinking about water, but it's gonna be a short drinking contest if we do that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like shots of something hard, but not instantly under the table hard. A good strong whiskey, maybe.
Are we putting money on this?
The money we just made.
Nah. What the fuck?
What?
My other cat is pushing things off of my wife's desk.
That's what cats
Oh
do.
no.
Like a fucking little asshole.
Like, you will love me. You will love me.
Anyway.
That is what cats do.
Anyway, no. This drinking contest is a strictly for funsies event.
Okay.
And bragging rights, also. Obviously.
Okay.
You said Constitution?
Yep. And I'd imagine Cad still isn't necessarily a part of the contest. He's just drinking once. Unless he wants to be a part of the contest.
So it's a con save.
Yep.
Oh, how about that? Bjorn's good at something after all. Hey! Fuck.
Just come sneaking right in here and be like, pardon me, excuse me. Oh, don't spill.
And this is when Oak rolls 29 and then realizes he rolled perception. What does that make a con save?
Yeah, no.
Pretty much.
Nicely done.
Well, yeah, we all
Yeah.
did okay.
Drinking the locals under the table, at least.
Let's. Silver, or rather, Young is going to talk her brother into joining, so he's going to roll at least a couple times, and he's probably going to be the lowest roll. Boop.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, he's out.
So everyone except Skunk is playing this game, and Skunk is just cheering everyone on.
Yep. And the first to go
And
down
doing a
is
good job of it.
the first to go down is the blue man. Kapoof.
The barkeep turns to Skunk next. And what do you have? Just water. And everyone's like, no!
Skunk is gonna do something funny.
Okay. What's the skunk gonna do?
As soon as Oak falls, he's gonna real quickly sprint up to the bar and hold up one gold coin. Hey, can I get this in silver pieces, please?
Okay.
Like change for that?
Yeah.
So that means I get 10 silver pieces, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna come back and I'm going to put 2 of those silver pieces over Oak's eyes. I don't know why. Skunk just decides, that sounds funny, I'm gonna do that.
Well, all right then.
It is funny.
Every time someone falls, Skunk does that. He just puts coins over their eyes.
Hey, and you got 10 coins to do it with. That's 5 people.
Exactly, I did the math, like, that'll work out.
Yeah.
All right.
Solid.
So is Cad going to keep going or to actually be a part of the contest?
I mean, everyone isn't waiting on me to continue, right?
No, probably not.
Okay.
I
I mean, if I am presented with more, I may consume it.
yeah.
Cad learned how to party while he was gone.
I mean, he's not acting a fool. He's actually pretty calm.
Alrighty. So,
So round 2.
Constitution's round 2.
Here we go.
Oh,
That seems about right for Cad.
Elephant down.
He lasted longer than Oak, so that's something. Damn!
Well then.
Young's still in there.
Okay. So, Cat is down. Cat gets some silver eyes.
Skunk will also just idly tap at his tusks a few points, like, "Oh, those are sharp," before he leaves.
I mean, yeah.
Gore a bit with those.
Yeah.
Technically, you can't because Loxodon doesn't have a gore attack.
Technically, yes, but practically,
Yeah, this is why
unarmed strike.
unarmed strike from a Loxodon can be potentially very terrifying.
all right. So I enter a rage. I charge forward, and I use an improvised gore attack for what?
Like 1d4 plus 1d4 bleed for like 5 turns. Okay. Alright. So, that is a Cad down, and then we have another
The
round.
girls and Bjorn.
Yep.
All right. Round 3. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, holy shit.
Alright, so
I'm getting my second wind.
Young most definitely cannot beat that. Her max is 24.
There's something about the hells builds up your tolerance, huh?
Possibly. Although, technically, if everybody was close to silver, they would have higher rolls.
Yeah, they would get +5.
But it wouldn't make a difference for the totals anyway.
Then I would have gotten a 16.
You would have, but you still would have been the lowest.
So you automatically pass out if you're the lowest?
That's just the way that I'm doing it to make it easy.
Oh, that's Bjorn then.
Yep.
So it's just the girls now.
Yep.
All right.
A +4 to a a +9 total to a +12. So.
Yep.
Okay. Congratulations.
Whoa.
Okay.
How much did I win?
Bragging rights.
Dragon.
You
Awesome.
won 0 silver on your eyes. But it's not the prize, it's the silver you were the whole time.
Ha 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 ha. Anyway.
Okay.
I regret nothing.
You
I am
don't get
the drinking
you don't
game
get to
master.
groan at that, David. You were like the pun master for a long time.
I am
Drop 'em down
undefeated.
again.
I mean, yeah, you have the highest plus, or you have the highest bonus.
I know. I am the undefeated. Because
Yeah.
I think when was the last drinking game? Because she didn't that she was a part of. I think it was against Bjorn.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Bjorn lost that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I do the drinking contest by virtue of whoever gets the lowest roll and you have the highest of the party, you know, that's just going to kind of be a thing.
I just enjoy the escapism of all these people eyeing each other nervously left and right across the table. They all lift a drink and they drink it, and they all look at each other. Oh, I rolled one less than you, and they just like fall over backwards and pass out.
Anyway,
It's like, ah.
so, yes. Following that, you, well, maybe not necessarily just completely pass out, because then that makes it Silver have to find a way to get everybody in the party to the tavern.
Why don't you just like wait and just like wake them up in a bit?
Yeah. And admittedly, the, like, there's other performances that happen. So Skunk has other things to watch and enjoy. And in betwixt you guys doing your little drinking contest, you're going to see other performances. It's a lot of like dragon imagery going on around here.
Mhm.
Are we outdoors or indoors?
Pretty sure it's like an indoor locale, isn't it?
It's sort of like a coliseum locale. So you're indoors, but you're exposed to the open air above you.
Oh, I was gonna say Skunk should totally check the rafters for friends.
I mean, he could.
Nah, but I mean, he could, but he ain't gonna. But he will absolutely go and pay some attention to the like the more dragon themed like displays.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just like find out and just like find a spot like on the edge of whatever crowd it happens to be, and just like quietly watch from afar.
Okay. And it is not necessarily all illusion based, similar to what the Mr. Sparkle Pants was doing last time. There are like displays of artwork and like statues and paintings and other various things, where it's like meant to be enjoyed and viewed as well as talked about, and like various different individuals speaking of the nobility of the dragons for Ibon, and perhaps Skunk gets him a little mini history lesson of sorts, in betwixt all of the performances, because you know a performance could be done in a form of a seminar. And once everybody's drunk and passed out, your audience isn't going to leave.
That is true.
They might not retain anything that you say, but they're not leaving. So yeah. And what is Silver going to do when she is the last person standing of the drinking contest?
Yeah, just have fun.
And at least
I don't know. Maybe go dancing. Who knows?
At least Young was, you know, she stayed with you until the last round.
Yeah.
So I think I will go with a Silver and Skunk, since they're kind of the last available towards the end there.
We're the last two standing.
The two of you give me a perception check.
Uh-oh. Luckily for me,
You're really good at those.
22.
16. Alright, yeah. So the two of you will it's actually not all that hard. But you'll see that
That's what she said.
shush. Wait.
Sorry. Too easy, sorry.
You will see that the elven individual who likes to be all glittery will float his way down to wherever the two of you are.
Which we're probably near our group, just so we can keep an eye on them.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just going to assume that Skunk has like a bowl full of strips of jerky and is just nibbling at them.
Yeah, that's reasonable. So he is going to land softly between near the two of you, and then just I wasn't aware that the two of you are friends. That's interesting. How have you guys been enjoying the party?
It's fun. Made an elephant fly.
I saw that.
It's cool, huh?
Yeah. Although I don't think I've seen anyone go flying, Loxodon or not, that then started to blow bubbles via soap and water, but an interesting idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it worked.
Yeah. So, which one of your party was it that allowed the elephant to fly? I assume he doesn't have his own magic.
Skunk raises his hand. Ooh,
Yes,
no, it's
Silver
me.
points to him.
Oh. So you're capable of casting the fly spell, are you?
A few others, but yeah.
Interesting. Well,
I can't do it again today. I'm out of it.
no, of course. Neither can I, unfortunately. And though one of my casts was interrupted.
Skunk blushes.
So, instead,
I can do this, though. And then Skunk will snap his fingers and cast invisibility.
Oh, very nice.
Skunk is now hiding from the fact that, oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do we owe the pleasure of talking to you for?
Well, seeing as how the two of you are friends and he's able to cast a fly spell, though not anymore, I was curious if you still wanted to take a flight through the air like your friend did.
Why do you think I would want that?
You know, your wings that you kind of made use of the last time you were here.
Oh, you can remember that far back?
I can indeed.
You can remember things? Astonishing.
From like a year ago? Of a very drunk person scaring a shit ton of people?
You're a very unique individual.
Yeah, well, fortunately I don't have those wings anymore.
Ah. Too bad for that.
Why?
Because then it would look cooler when you fly around.
I guess. But I'll just stick down here.
Cat hush. Well, alright.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I do have to say that your little band did garner quite the attention for this little festival. I don't suppose the bunch of you are going to stay in town for any longer, being the adventuring types that you are.
We have a few things that we need to go do, so yeah, we're pretty busy.
Well, alright then. Unfortunately, the last time that you met me, you didn't get a formal introduction. And neither did I.
No, I think I like the nickname that we gave you.
Raises an
Nicknames?
eyebrow.
You gave the guy a nickname? Skunk reappears.
Yeah. Called him Sparkle Ass. No, my name is Ira.
Well, should you wish to learn it, though if you want to keep the nickname, that's fine. It's not the worst name that I've had.
I just
What is?
introduced myself, so yeah, how about a name?
Marduk.
Marduk?
Marduk.
Marduk, okay.
Yep. Marduk. And he will actually offer his hand to Ira to shake, should she choose to do so.
Sure, she'll shake his hand.
You've just been cursed.
Awesome.
Well,
Am I cursed?
no.
I mean, maybe not by this guy, but...
No, you're fine. As my phone dings. Hush phone. So. He will give a graceful bow. And then, give another nod to, Skunk. If your cruise comes back around, you'll know where to find me. And then he promptly just vanishes.
Slowly
Interesting.
puts another piece of jerky into his mouth. Casts disappear again. I can do that too.
Jeez. Alright, Skunk, let's go get these guys back home.
Okay, one sec. Just consumes the remaining jerky.
That what consuming sounds like?
When he just like aggressively pours it all down his throat. Yeah.
Oh.
That's
You gotta remember, this is a boy who has the table manners of a kobold.
because he is a kobold.
Yes, exactly. So he has the table manners of one, and that involves a tremendous amount of snarling and snapping and gurgling when he's eating. It's just his way. But once he's done, okay, let's go.
Okay, dokie.
So you're just going to easily just ease everyone awake and then make your way back to the tavern. Thankfully it wasn't water that you were drinking, so it's not necessarily difficult to do that. Although considering he had how many drinks after having had none before, really? Cad had 3 before he dropped?
2.
Yeah, he was on his second one.
Oh, 2. But his drop was a nat 1.
Indeed.
So it might be easily fixed by way of lesser restoration, but Cad might have some form of a headache that he's not used to. But beyond that, you're able to make your way back to the tavern as a group and get very restful and peaceful sleep.
I don't trust it.
Oh, hush.
No?
Peaceful with us?
There's
More likely than you'd think.
at least there's no one.
Is it?
Random initiative roll.
He's ready.
All I heard is, I don't
Mike.
trust it. I rolled initiative.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm in Gimp. I can't see the dice right now.
All right. Anyway,
And it happened to be green.
it does happen to be green. All right. So, thankfully, you don't necessarily have anybody that at this current moment is going to want to have any kind of weird nightmares for that to be a problem. So, peaceful sleep is peaceful. Huzzah.
Hooray.
Nice.
Although you are going to, or you were requested at least, to meet with Stone Giant Princess Lady in the morning.
Right.
So, upon waking up, and in whatever order the bunch of you all wake up, and making your way down, you are going to, unless you have any discussions you want to have before going, you're going to be, as a group, making your way to the castle to meet with Ostra.
Skunk doesn't have any conversations, so he's just happy to be here.
And also, Bjorn, from the last episode, though you weren't here, it was your character that rolled the history check prior to realize that Ostra was effectively the Razzo of the capital city. She was princess.
Right.
She was princess in title, not by blood.
But for all intents and purposes, she's like the governor.
Something like that, yeah.
Yep.
Appointed official and figurehead when the actual nobility and people running the place are not around.
Fair enough.
She just chose to pick the name Princess because she thought it sounded pretty.
Well, I mean, she wasn't wrong, so.
Uh-huh. And you have probably heard about her. You probably in your... Actually, how much would Bjorn and his tribe visited the capital city back in the day?
Honestly, probably not very often. I can't, being the raiding sort, I can't imagine they were well liked in more populated areas.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because you sort of had a raiders and bandit vibe going on in your old crew.
Yeah, and the reputation to go with it.
Mm-hmm. Does Bjorn carry with him anything besides his sword that is from that old raiding party? Like insignia or something like that?
Insignia, no. Nothing like that. The antlers on his helm, those would be from when he was still with the tribe.
Okay.
From with the clan. But aside from that, switching out armor, upgrading equipment, all that other whatnot, wear and tear over time. He's eventually discarded anything and everything else.
Yeah. But the antlers are the same.
Yeah. Antlers, the sword. He's got those. He's
Okay.
ready to go on.
Alright.
But
beyond that, not a whole lot. Alright.
yeah.
So you
He's not advertising himself.
Right. So you probably, as I mentioned, have heard of Ostra, to know at least that much about her, but having seen her or met her or anything of that sort, no. But it being that Morkita is the capital city of Iban, you probably have heard about her.
Alright.
So, beyond that, all of you are making your way to the castle. Hooray!
Woo!
Making our way downtown.
Making your way uptown.
Make him away.
It's up top. But anyway.
Da 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 da.
Yes. You will arrive, and if Skunk was not fascinated by the fact of an actual giant when he wasn't necessarily close to him during the party and more focused on what was going on with Cad, he now has a giant right in front of him because they're the guards for the castle.
He's just doing that "I've hired a kobold to stare at you" meme at them. He just looking. Not saying anything, he's just looking.
Alright. And it is, when you came here the first time, Silver, it was sort of, because you spent a lot of time in the library, and you came back closer to like the evening and nighttime. So theoretically, the first time you actually came to the guard post was probably early afternoon ish, previous day. Meaning that the guards that are at the door are probably going to be the same ones, getting them at the beginning of their shift instead of the end. And they know, at least the one that you had met with before, recalls the conversation that you had with Azza, making your way in very easy. Stop that.
Never.
I mean, it is fun.
You know not what you ask of me, or why I cannot abide that request.
Yes. But the guard will see you, Silver, and see your crew again, or well, more of them now, and he just sort of gives a nod and gestures to the second guard to keep an eye out as he leads everyone inside. Talk about a place that has a really high roof and high rafters. It goes so far up that you can't really see. Because the castle is huge because giants.
Wow.
There are also...
Come on, Skunk, keep up.
Slow down! People with your big ass legs!
And you will then make your way into a... it's not really a throne room per se. It's closer to like a briefing room or like a meeting room. It doesn't have any fancy... actual fancy chair or anything like that. Though it has a much bigger chair that is the head of the table. And you guys will finally meet with Ostra in person. Now, I have an image that I found though I could not find a. My first initial search was like stone giant princess, and that really didn't give me a whole lot that actually looked like a giant. It just looked. I just found an image of a human princess that was with giants, as opposed to a giant. So instead, I went with the idea of the people in Iban, much like Bjorn, having a more Viking and Norse motif. And I found a really pretty Viking princess for Ostra. Just imagine this as a giant lady.
All right.
All right.
I can get behind that.
So you will be making your way into the room, and she's already seated and waiting on the head of the table. And considering you are meeting in the early morning, she will have breakfast provided. No drinks, mind you, at least not of the ale and brews variety, but she does have
No alcohol for breakfast?
no alcohol for breakfast. Not yet. She's got to get to know. She's got to make sure that you guys are going to follow through. Then she might give you breakfast. She is a Viking, so.
Yeah, that tracks.
Sorry. Bjorn brought his own.
That he did. He usually does.
I came prepared.
And Ostra will then look over the crew, and she's. You did introduce yourself as Ira last time, correct?
Ira Silverstein, yes.
Yeah. So she will look over the group and then give a nod towards Silver and just. You have quite the interesting crew, Ira.
Oh, thank you.
Now, with such a interesting group, would you consider yourself to be the leader of your crew, or is it more of a diplomacy thing?
No fucking idea.
Yeah. I guess we're just like,
We just kind of go up by vibe, I think.
whoever is the better talker for the situations.
That's
So yeah, we just go by vibe.
fitting. Well, how about the rest of you introduce yourselves and perhaps what you bring to the group, and then I can reveal more about this mission that Ira learned about the last time she was here. But she sort of just gives the floor to everyone to introduce themselves.
My name is Gradiriel, and I do a little half bow.
Skunk perks up, gives a humongous ass grin, wags his tail enthusiastically, and throws the silliest looking mock salute you've ever seen. Hiya, Skunk lands well. I sniff things out and I shank stuff.
She actually chuckles at that, and she's...
Did I say something funny?
No. Just a lot of character for such a little one.
I will take that as an immense compliment. Thank you.
And she looks on through the rest of the crew. Following that, Young is, Youngerlin. Though most just call me Young. And gives us a small little bow. And then I get to do a nice little reveal of something that may have been forgotten way back when, because Oak's a nickname. And Oak hasn't said his real name in forever.
I've heard it.
And by forever, I mean that Cad and Bjorn would have no idea that he even had a real name other than Oak, because he had never said it. Literally, the only one he introduced it to was Riven and Locke, neither of which are here. Ermador, but most call me Oak.
Emiador?
Ermador. Aaron,
Commodore 64?
I think
Thinking
that joke was
something more
made back in the
Tolkien-esque.
beginning as well. Yes. Specifically,
Nice.
anyway, so, and then that leaves a Bjorn.
Bjorn will offer, like, not quite a bow, but like a respectful head bob. Like, I am Bjorn, a traveling swordsman. It's good to meet you. And then I will offer the decanter of ale. Be like, all good friendships start with a drink.
She will sort of look Bjorn over for a second and then give like a little half smile, and then she places a like, for her it's essentially like a mug or something to carry a drink in, but it's much bigger than you guys than Bjorn's used to. It's like the size of a keg to Bjorn.
I'm gonna geyser that motherfucker then.
To fill it up properly, yeah, you might. Though that might make a mess if you're not careful.
Bjorn is confident in his pouring skill. There's one thing he should fucking be good at, it's that.
Fair enough. Actually.
Let's see, I'm double checking right now to see how much geyser actually does. 30 gallons. Will 30 gallons fit into this mug, or should I go back to fountain?
I don't know. I think that would be a bit much.
Because fountain is 5 gallons. It's a big reduction. Although I guess that is a lot of fucking ale still.
Yeah.
We'll fountain it. We're gonna do 5. That should be fine. 30
Yeah.
gallons is ridiculous. We don't need that much beer.
Not at once, at least.
So,
I'm confident Bjorn has at least consumed that much over the course of the adventure, though. In
oh
total.
yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. But in a day, no.
So, beyond that, she will smile and she will take the drink. Alright, so, with all of you here, the potential mission that you of course can choose to take or choose not to take is to travel west. Not entirely sure of where the building is properly located. Our sources say that it may be 4 days travel, maybe 5 days travel, closer to the mountains, I do believe. And you will be finding people who have been captured, largely experimented on. Maybe some strange magics will be in the works. The reports kind of go all over the place. But if you're a well-seasoned adventuring party, you should be able to take them down, or at least find those that are responsible and make them stop kidnapping those of Iban and the neighboring lands of Gradiriel and otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Information of what you can expect is weird magics and people that are capable of finding just about anybody. So if someone gets away from that fight, expect them to come after you at some point. They are apparently fantastic hunters.
Well, that's all well and good. So am I.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
So do you know what they're actually particularly interested in when searching for a candidate, so to speak?
Well, what it seems to favor is those that are of interesting heritage. Those who have strange blood, as it were.
How strange.
Magical, modified. There is a lot of high-end sorcery magic that's available up there due to the magic that can sometimes be found in blood. As well as the more...
Well, I guess I'm bait.
What makes you say that? Do you have magical blood?
I do not know if you can tell, but I have draconic bloodline.
Yeah.
And I'm also an Azamar.
So a celestial and draconic bloodline.
Correct.
That might prove enticing to them, should they find out.
I'm sure we can figure something out. If we decide to go that route.
You don't look like the type that'd want to be bait, though.
I mean, as long as it gets me closer to whoever I need to beat up, I'll be fine.
Of course. Well, what I can tell you is their magics and twisted experiments can make for a very dangerous threat. Those that have actually... The reports that we have actually gotten have shown creatures of very interesting makeup. Or people that have been changed or mutated in strange ways.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's going to be quite the excursion should you want to be heroes to save everyone that may have been captured by these folk. But, naturally, we will pay you handsomely to do so.
Real quick, out of character, what direction were they saying we were heading in again?
West.
West. Is that in the same direction as the place where meeting with Ozza was supposed to happen?
Yep.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure that was square so that there wouldn't be... Okay.
Yep. By all accounts, you could technically leave Morkita and start your travel west, and then you could follow through with Ozza and meet up where Cad knows to meet her, and then continue your trek west, following the mountains, and somewhere in that bunch you might find this building or whatever's supposed to be over there where all the people are being held captive.
Neat.
So, convenient. Story arc is convenient. You can just walk west and you're fine. So, she will sort of look between all of you and then, well, if you follow through with this venture and you bring proof of your of their defeat, perhaps the leader and paperwork or whatever of that place, evidence of their demise would be great. And you shall be paid, shall we say, 300 gold to each of you.
That's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yes.
Neat.
That's... doesn't seem too bad.
And if any of you have any other questions concerning the events, if I have any knowledge to provide you in that endeavor, I will provide it. We only have so much information of those that have went so far. And unfortunately, none of them have came back.
This is partially a rescue mission, is my understanding.
Correct. Largely a rescue mission.
If that is the case, I would like my portion of the reward put aside to help those we recover rebuild their lives or to offer them any help that they might need.
Noble endeavor.
Like,
I can arrange that.
You know what? Add mine to that kitty too.
Of course. Anyone else? And then
I mean, that's like 600. I mean, that's like 600 things, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thereabouts. Yeah.
Oak's like, yeah, mine too. Make it 900 going to help everybody.
Comes out to like $10,800 worth of like donations.
Yeah.
I approve.
The heck? Wait, why did you add a hand? Don't do that.
What?
You said her, but she's a giant.
What?
Man, that's been there a while.
It has.
Oh, okay.
He shared the picture of her, and he was like, her, but she's a giant. So, I gave her scale.
I mean, I think that's a little bit too extreme because that would be way bigger than she
The
is.
30 gallons would definitely have been enough.
At that scaling, yeah, but that's not the proper scaling because she's classified as a huge creature, not a colossal one.
So, yeah, apparently my mic was muted for some time, so you might not have heard the last little stupid things I did. And the most recent thing, I said, I'm sorry, what are people donating to?
Yes.
Basically, 3 members of the party are deciding to sacrifice their chunks of the reward for the job to be sent to help the people we are rescuing put their lives back together once they're out and free.
So they're paying us to go and help them, but we're donating that money towards helping them more.
Skunk, Bjorn, and Oak are specifically.
Yes. And to be
So
fair,
they can pay us money to go and help people, but they can't pay them to help them? Dang, they cheat.
though that was probably going to be provided as well, but yours being added to the mix is not going to be a bad thing. So.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And then
Until it's time to do taxes. Escapism.
Right?
That should be the name of the episode, Escapism.
I could do that.
Foiled escapism.
Yeah, it
FOIL,
feels spoiled.
Anyway, so beyond that, does anyone have any questions that they wanted to ask pertaining to the mission or wanting any extra details that she's not said?
Had she mentioned already what the enemy's numbers were like, or if they had any information on that?
In amongst the order of folk that are in that working with that group, it probably numbers, based on what they have seen in the reports that they have got, you're probably looking at something akin to a cult of 20-30 people, though the amount of abilities and powers among them will vary greatly, but yeah.
Alright.
So we ambush their camp, and you cast Fly on me, and you pull out the Dulcimer of the Bog Ghosts.
I mean, honestly, that wouldn't be a bad idea to just cause a distraction.
Would probably work.
Is there any...
At least for a bit.
That gives me an idea.
Uh-oh.
Is there anywhere in this city where alchemist's fire could be purchased in reasonably large quantities? And by reasonable, I mean unreasonable.
That's like a general store kind of thing, right?
So you're probably looking. There would likely be a place where you could get alchemist fire, but you're probably not going to have a high quantity amount of them.
Hmm.
It's too bad Bjorn didn't get the jug that was in the carnival.
Oh no?
Yeah, because then you'd have your alchemist fire and whatever other potion you desired, as long as it wasn't considered rare, that this jug could make unlimited amounts of, because it was a jug of, I can make unlimited anything, as long as it's liquid and not rare.
Sad noises that we missed that, unless you're just making that up now
Nope,
to fuck with
it was
us.
provided. It was provided, and he skipped it.
Oh.
Alright, well, next time we loop through time, I'll give it a go.
Right?
Time loop!
It's a fantastic magic item referred to as the alchemist jug.
Yeah, I bet.
It sounds like a legit neat thing to have, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's basically
But
it's basically like the flask of endless water, but anything. So,
Geyser.
but anyway, it doesn't have geyser. It just provides the liquid when you choose what liquid it is.
But imagine, what was it? How much does Geyser do?
30 gallons.
In what kind of time frame? Like instantly?
I don't think it's like instant, but it's like a fire hose kind of deal.
So imagine an
let's
alchemist
see.
fire hose.
It says,
yeah, no.
yeah, so it would be about a fire hose, because it says it's a geyser is 30 feet, that the geyser is 30 feet long and it's 1 foot wide, so
Yeah, it's like a fire
more than a
hose.
fire hose, but like
Yeah.
not by a lot, yeah.
So yeah.
That'd be terrifying.
She is. It's basically like a group of cultists or a very strange church kind of vibe. So you're looking at 20, 30 people with varying degrees of abilities. Some might be more innocent than others. It'd be kind of hard to tell. But the specifics of what they're wanting is those that are captured, free, and returned home, and those that are responsible dealt with.
Okay. So it seems reasonable enough.
Did anyone else have any questions?
Nope.
Nope, Skunk doesn't have any. As far as he's concerned, he knows what to do. It's just,
We're going on a hunt. But it's perfect because hunts are like my entire fucking thing.
Too bad you don't
Or in
have
a
some means to track them down, like to get their scent or something.
They don't have like a compound or something they hang out at?
Oh yeah, that's where you're going.
Yeah.
You just don't have anything to help get you to that compound yet, unless you happen to encounter some of them along the way.
There's a question.
Well,
Does the
lure 'em
com-
out, catch them, sniff them up, follow the scent.
Does the compound have walls?
Yes.
Okay.
It would be akin to a like as far as like the building structure. Though she wouldn't necessarily tell you this, I'm just telling you this as DM ahead of time, so you know what you're looking for, what you're going to be looking for. In structure, it's akin to like a warehouse or something of the sort. It just has a lot of rooms that have a lot of locked doors and a lot of barred walls.
neat.
It might have at one point been some form of an asylum or something.
Okay. An asylum. I can deal with that.
So, anyway, you guys are going to... That's pretty much the spiel that she's going to give you guys. And if you had any other questions or anything of the sort, that is options. But otherwise, you're pretty much done with your little meeting with her.
Yay!
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
And as all of you will prepare to leave, she will just take just another glance at Bjorn, trying to remember something. Bjorn seems familiar-ish. Let's say a +3. Why not? Yay, cool. Alright, so.
So I actually have a. I just came up with a couple of questions.
Sure, go for it. No
My
worries.
brain's a bit laggy.
You're fine.
How long has the group been, this bad group been operating?
At this point, at least openly enough for anybody to track. Probably about 4 or 5 months. Though them having their hands in anything else beyond that is quite possible due to the fact that there are the type of people that can come from their facility are all over the continents. Some not from their facility, but some could be. So it's hard telling exactly how long.
So it could be a chance that they've been around for years.
Precisely. Though them actually
So-
going out and kidnapping people and us becoming aware of it, about 4 months.
So why didn't you do anything the first time you've heard it?
Well, we did. We sent somebody to go looking into them. They never returned. And then my proprietor decided that he was going to look into it, and I haven't heard back from him since, and he's told me to not worry about it. So, a smaller crew that is not.
Who is your proprietor?
Well, do you know anything about the nature of Iban and its nobility?
Yes.
Yeah.
So who?
A very grumpy old dragon.
And he told you not to worry about it.
He did. Because he was going to look into it himself, but he hasn't done anything that I've seen. So, I finally took it
Can I
into my
have
own
a
hands.
name?
Hold on. Sorry. Backtrack. Did you say this dragon went to investigate and has not come back?
No. I said that the dragon was going to look into it. Likely he did not go, but I have not got any
Okay.
I did not get any information back from him about it either. So,
Okay.
What color
Gotcha.
dragon?
That changes the context a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's get a name here, please.
And a color. Those are important in dragons, aren't they?
Generally
Very.
speaking, yes. Let me, person who knows dragons better. Hi, Sam.
Hi.
Metallic dragon, so good-natured dragon, because chromatic are
Okay.
the bad ones. Metallic dragon, and then acid or poison or something thereof. That color.
Ooh. Shit. I need to bring up the list, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was hoping you could do that without me having to...
That's good.
Literally, I said I was going to look up metallic dragons, and I click on the one for chromatic. I am stupid.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
metallic.
spelled.
Well, copper dragons have acid breath. Brass dragons have gas.
Gross.
Sleeping gas, usually.
Mercury dragons don't.
Oh, mercury dragons like to be unstable, according to the wiki, apparently. So, yeah, that's sort of where I was leaning, but I couldn't remember properly. Copper dragon.
Wait. So you're telling me that a copper dragon runs this country?
To some
This is
extent,
the
yes.
capital, right?
This is the capital, yes. This is a town that is labeled as the capital, but the nobility of dragons is much more complex, and it just so happens that Kraus is the one that provides over this lovely town.
And here I thought it would be a gold one.
A gold dragon is actually the ruler of the continent, yes.
So why aren't they in charge of this town?
Ask the dragons. I don't know.
What does Skunk know of copper dragons?
Roll history or arcana or something of the sort.
About the same. I'll do history.
Roll whatever you feel like and then explain why.
I mean, that's actually what the rule book says to do.
Sometimes, yes. Not a whole lot, no. Copper dragons, along with other metallic dragons, are generally the more,
Basically, all Skunk would know is apparently metal dragons are good guys.
pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like a copper dragon's gonna be about the same as a bronze dragon from where I'm standing, unless someone specifies
Yeah.
the difference. Speaking of which, what's so special about a copper dragon?
Mhm. Nothing really. I mean, they're slightly lesser than the gold and silvers. If you want to go that route. But regardless, copper dragons are usually even-tempered and sociable. They're well known for pranks and jokes.
That would explain
They're-
so much.
Yeah, they're a bit playful. Supposedly. I don't know. Ozza it was not what I thought silver dragons would be, but then again, she has way too much on her plate that I still don't understand why she does.
Never meet your heroes.
I would have been fine. But anyway.
Is that conversation out loud?
Yeah. Because she's explaining to Skunk about copper dragons.
Anyone who is looking in the direction of Ostra during their little conversation, give me an insight roll.
Woo! Come on, insight. Give me good.
Skunk was just
Oh,
staring.
11.
Also 11 from Silver too.
Yeah. Hoping for more. Damn.
Okay. So
Plenty from Elephant Boy.
because
Cad's doing pretty good.
because Oak and Paranoia. La 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 la. Boop.
Yes.
Hey!
And what the heck? Let's do it for Yong too. She doesn't
If
have
she
near as
gets a
high.
crit.
She doesn't have near as high of insight, but
Hey!
okay. The siblings,
Good enough.
no
Crit?
thanks. The siblings, no thanks. So, upon you going through that conversation, Young and Oak sort of glance over at Ostra, and she's, and then Young's just, do you know? She looks towards Ostra. Do you know something about Ozza? Considering that expression you have there. Oh, well, I just know what Kraus tells me about Ozza.
What?
That she has not the she doesn't work with the greatest crew. That might come from working with a town that is a den of thieves, but she's
You got a problem with Ozza?
no
Silver
not
actually kind of straightens up a bit and crosses her arms.
not necessarily, no. Though I don't think that her and Kraus get along, but that's nothing to do with me. That's them.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, that's neither here nor there. The point is that I need to look into this so that more people aren't captured, and if Kraus isn't going to do anything to help, I have to put matters into my own hands. Or rather, the hands of some capable adventurers.
Oh, maybe
And
we should go go give him a visit then. Because if he told you not to worry about it, I think something's up with that.
That does
That's
sound
very
suspicious.
suspicious.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it does sound weird, but I think the hostages should be priority.
Agree with Skunk.
Like we
Definitely.
we can talk with the big scaly boy after we've saved the innocent people.
Yeah, but what if the big scaly boy is there?
We wing it?
I mean, realistically, if an unexpected dragon shows up, that's honestly the best thing. I have a question. If said dragon is not otherwise engaged, where does he normally settle down? Where does he normally fold his wings?
The actual locale of his lair, as it were, is high up into the mountains, and generally speaking, he doesn't tell anyone down below where it is. If I wish to speak with him, I can use magic to send a message his way, and if he's available, he comes to me. But I don't generally go to visit him in the mountains.
You don't have like a general area?
Other than the center of the mountaintops, just directly north of Morkita, no.
That's
Not nothing. Alright, we'll keep that in mind. Yeah?
yeah. Keep it in the back of the noggins and save people.
Hell yeah.
So, I take it then you're going to take up this mission?
I mean, I thought that was a given.
We
Just
already
confirming.
volunteered 900 gold out of the reward money for other purposes, so.
Most adventurers try to talk up their pay. We're like, you know what? No, fuck it. You get to keep some of that.
You, honey.
To be fair, you're also going to look at splitting. Now, instead of her giving 300 a head, you're going to be splitting 900 betwixt your group of 6. Or, not 900, what would it 2,700 betwixt your 6, because it's 900 a head. It's 300 a head, which you then turned into 300 for only 3 of you. So 900. 900 6 ways instead of 300 each. Should you wanted to do that. But, anyway. Some of you are less worried about gold than others, it seems.
We
But
can afford to drink and eat.
Though that's not really the whole point of it. It's also wanting to be more worried about those that you're going to save.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, anyone have anything else? That was like the extra
Nope,
questions
that's it.
from Silver. Alright. So, as you guys begin to make your way to leave the room, Ostra will actually sort of hold up a hand as the group is making to leave, and Bjorn, was it? As you guys start to get up.
I
She's-
swear, if you get in trouble, Bjorn.
You have little faith. How can I?
Hey, I was in trouble before. Are we all in a little bit of trouble?
Yeah, you kind of are.
That's fair. Usually, yeah. Well, what can I do for you?
Tell me something. Though I have heard it has largely been disbanded at this point. You aren't from Clan Erickson, are you?
I might have run with them in my youth, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time since then. What is the purpose of this query?
Well, I recognized your a little bit of your gear, and you didn't show a last name when you introduced yourself. I was just curious, but I was correct then. Clan Erickson was the crew that you were born with.
Yeah, That's correct.
I'm glad to see someone who grown up in harsher environments to gain such a noble heart. I commend you for that.
An elephant just disappeared.
He did,
Um,
yes.
Bjorn will moment of surprise on his face, and I'll be like, I appreciate that. I hope that I will continue to be deserving of such sentiment.
Beyond that, Ostra will let you be, and she will move on deeper into the castle, and you guys can head on out. I will say that it was good that Bjorn was the first one to bring up, give my money to help the people. Otherwise, she might not have had that kind of conversation with them.
Alright.
It wouldn't necessarily have been bad, but it might not necessarily have been as, complimentary, at least at first. She would have had to have heard from him tales of his exploits of something that he did to, repent or something from the previous stuff. But, anywho, so you guys will be able to make your way outside of the castle. Unless Silver wants to go to the library again.
No, I'm all good.
Alrighty. So,
Let us go on adventures.
you are now
Yeet.
you are now free to do with which you please. Are you going to start your trek west then? Because it is early.
That'll
morning.
be my vote if no one else has any issues with it.
Do we need to stop by any place to pick up anything, supplies?
I don't think so.
If we are to engage in potential combat, I may need to figure out what I
Wait.
can swing as a weapon.
Wait, so we have an exact location of where they're at?
You
Yeah,
don't.
we have an area.
You have a rather specific rather than that. You have a large area, but a very specific direction. The hope is that you're going to be venturing in that direction and then encounter somebody of their ilk and then skunk track away. And then you got a specific spot.
Yeah.
How many days? Because we do have a meeting in 3 days.
You do.
I don't think we were given a time limit.
You were, yes.
Oh, my attention was divided. I didn't notice that part. Sorry.
That's okay.
So you have, you do have 3 days to meet up with Azza in the locale that Cad knows the precise direction to get to.
How many days is it going to take us to get to that location, Cad?
From where you're going now, Cad would know that it's going to take 2 days to go that way.
2 days to go that way.
So you theoretically have a day.
And do we have to go east?
No, you're going west. Both are west.
Both are west?
Both are west.
But we don't know where. That's the thing. We do not know where.
You don't have the precise location of the facility for the evil crew that you're going after, but you know the general direction. The general direction is the same
Which
direction.
is just west. That is a lot of area.
West and towards the mountains is what you have.
I mean, that's why we lure them out, and then once they've been lured out, then I can just track away.
That's again how we're going to lure them out. I know I can volunteer as bait, but we have to get word around.
So, yes, the specifics of it is you're going to leave Morkita and travel west. Let us put you on the proper map so that it is easier for me to do. Beep. Okay. So, you're up here in Morkita.
Yes.
You're going to travel west, this way, and somewhere in and along the mountains of up here, well, not somewhere, but specifically right there, in this little pocket of mountains right here, is where the area of the hot springs and whatnot that Cad would often meet Ozza is. It's right there.
But that just said 3 days away, not 2.
I flavored that wrong. It is, so, like, just across the river and, like, right there.
Okay.
Sure.
But you said
that is a very egg-smelling river, is what you're saying.
Egg. What?
It's hot springs? Hot springs smell like eggs?
Why?
They do. Sulfur smells like eggs.
Well, okay,
so.
yeah.
We have. So it's to the west and towards the mountains.
Yep.
We have about that much area where they can be hiding. Fuck.
David! No!
Uh-oh. Again?
My brother!
That's just way too much mountains to explore.
David, you okay?
You good? David?
He fell asleep on the disconnect button.
No, I'm here. I'm alive. My AirPods betrayed me.
Ah!
Ah.
Rude motherfuckers.
They're disobedient and they will be punished accordingly. But let me move on at this time.
All right.
Very well.
So, but yes, that is a large area to go looking for a group. We don't exactly know how we're going to lure them out. We have 3 days to go meet Ozza, which is a 2-day trek to go to the spot.
I mean, that gives us time to think.
I mean, yeah, but it's like,
I mean,
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If they've set up somewhere where they're going to be able to hold out for a long time, they need access to a handful of very specific things. This is my hunter instinct kicking in. I've had to make, like, camping trips in the past before. First of all, they need a steady supply of food. I don't know how they're going to get that way up here. But the next thing they're going to need is a steady supply of fresh water.
They come to Marquita to get food.
Perhaps.
or actually, Bjorn, you would know this. There's something on this map that's not been revealed.
Oh shit.
Let me get the appropriate. This button. Yes. Boop. There's another town over there.
Fuck? Where the fuck is that been?
Crag Bluff.
Yes.
You haven't heard of Crag Bluff?
You know what?
All the locals know it.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to go to a general store. I'm going to pay however many gold, and I'm going to buy the map of Iban, so we have all of the towns that we need. Okay?
Wise idea.
Okay.
So
I am doing that. How
But
much
if I
gold
make-
do I spend to get a map? Just reveal everything.
you know what happened, right? So we just never saw what the heck kind of drawing is that?
Good job.
We just never saw this edge of the map. That's it. It's just like this right here. We just never saw it, and now the map scrolls over. It was there all along.
But no, Silver goes and buys a map. So if there's any other places that are hidden, please reveal them.
Sure. Okay.
All right, if Skunk may complete his thought, though.
If it would be on the map that she bought,
Yes, of course.
it's
May
like,
Skunk
by the
complete his-
way, the place you're going is right here.
I keep getting interrupted. It's
Go ahead. You can do your thing, Skunk. Go.
Hey, I got interrupted first. So anyway, go ahead.
As Skunk was saying before we got sidetracked with Crag Bluff.
For them to be able to hole up in one place for a considerable amount of time, they need 2 things. Steady supply of food, which means they're probably not too far away from a settlement, be it a big city or a small town that they can trade with, or pillage, whatever you want. Second thing they're going to need is a steady supply of fresh water. Could harvest snow, but the conversion rate there is terrible, so probably closer to river water. There are 2 rivers in the direction we're going, so my money would be on them being close to one of those. probably pass the second one if I were a betting man, because that's how fate seems to go.
So being close to the capital, if you're a group of bandits or cultists, would be stupid.
That too, yes. Now, I might be wrong. There's a lot in those mountains that I don't know about, most likely, because I haven't been there. But just at a glance, the most likely places would probably be around the base of those two rivers.
On that second further away river, that would put them close enough to feasibly kidnap travelers going between Crag Bluff and the capital.
Yeah?
Or that other... Hold on, let me zoom in so I can actually read that town name. Catatique?
Catatique.
How do you pronounce that down?
Catatique.
Got it.
That was the actual
Catatique.
town that the girl that you found on your way to Morquito was from. So.
Oh, shit. How about that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that would be a good spot to, like, capture travelers going between those three spots if they're kidnapping people.
Mm-hmm. And we know that there's at least a little bit of volcanic activity, what with the hot springs, so there would probably be some warmth there to keep them going and so that they don't freeze to death in the mountains. So I say we start our search there. It's as good as any other place.
And it
That
lines
is
up
done.
precisely with where you're supposed to meet Otto.
Which is also convenient.
Yes.
That does work out, yeah.
And after laying all that out, Skunk's going to look up at everyone else like,
What? Why are you looking at me?
I mean, nobody's looking at him weird. They're just watching him.
I thought people would be, because that was a lot of really insightful shit he just spouted off.
Nah.
No, it's just we were listening like, we all know their weird shit.
We all know that Skunk's a nice little hunter. He said that he was. And he's also shown that he's rather insightful for such a little guy. So, it makes sense. It's not a weird thing. And now that you guys actually have a map to mark stuff on the map with, I'm going to let that X marking that was put up there stay.
Yee.
And I have revealed all of the towns, even though you're likely to not visit any of them.
Who knows?
But that would be why I never revealed them, because we always sort of focus to this little center area of Mork, or of Devon.
Yeah, because that's somehow we ended up at. We had no
Because-
need to go to the other places yet.
Yeah,
The side effects of hitching a ride on the wrong fucking boat.
Yep.
Wait, where are we going? Shit. Forgot to
tell the captain,
specify a
right?
destination.
It's too bad that session got warped all to crap because of audio.
Yeah,
Did it really?
Yep.
it did.
And that was also the session where we decided that we were going to record a secondary session just in case the audio went wonky, because, well, the audio went wonky. But that was before we did that, so we didn't have the better audio.
What was the name of the guy that we're out to get again? Did
Um,
it start with a J?
I don't think we're after a specific guy.
We're going to a camp with like a bunch of people.
Yes, but there's no specific person that you know is the leader of that group yet.
The objective is just to eliminate the group and rescue the hostages.
Yeah.
See, you connect Crag Bluff to Crancrest and to Cataque, and then the other leg of the K goes right there. So he's right there.
This is some Illuminati bullshit right here.
Not only is it some Illuminati bullshit, but it's an Illuminati conspiracy bullshit that we're employing to justify going to a location after we've already agreed to go there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's all lining up. See, I'm not crazy.
Not crazy, just stubborn.
Yeah, get the bag. Oh, it's gone. I was gonna. Okay. All right.
I can't have fun.
That fucking. Okay.
Anyway. Alright. So,
At least my
so
ex remains.
your X remains, because that's actually marking something significant. I don't need the Illuminati K.
Yeah.
So we have the plan, and that's where we're going then?
Yes.
So, did anyone actually Did anyone actually hear me before we jumped into that when I asked the party a question?
About the
Probably
weapon?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard your question about that, but we got sidetracked.
Like instantaneously, yes.
Well, we do
Oh,
have.
is there anything we need to do in town? Well, I think we should go over there. Okay.
Well, we do have Cad's weapon still. Envy is.
I don't know that.
Yes, I know. So
That's why I was asking the party, should I get a weapon if I'm going to potentially have combat kind of things?
Right. Oh, yeah, that is a thing. We kind of talked over you for a minute. You need a weapon, don't you?
Yes.
Don't we still
Who's
have
carrying
the
that?
maul from before? He gave it to us before he left. So toke. Silver.
Yeah, but are you 100% sure you want to be fighting with us?
Am I going just to watch?
No, I'm saying you have the option of walking away.
I mean, I'm not trying to abandon my friends. I'm not trying to go to just watch. That would be kind of silly, I think. I've done
I
that
mean,
before.
Locke didn't abandon his friends when he decided to step away. I mean, we
Yeah.
all reach our limits.
You might need help, so I should at
I mean,
least be prepared.
I see an easy way to solve this. You want to come?
Yes, sure.
Then get to this man a hammer.
So
Or
we're just
whatever
like,
he
well-
hits things with. I don't know.
So we'll just like roll our eyes and then pulls out Envy.
And Cad now has Envy back.
Yay.
Alrighty then.
It only took
Keeping
3
it simple.
sessions.
It's fine. Thankfully there was no combat in the in-between. It's fine. So you guys are going to begin your trek west with the intent to maybe do some hunting around to find this lab. And then meeting up with Azza in 3 days. And it's a trek that's going to take 2 days to get to where you're going to start sort of hunting around. So, yeah, you guys are just going to go this way. Woo!
Yee. And when I say for now, pick the direction that takes us towards our meeting with Azza, look out for clues en route, and then once that meeting is done, then we branch out and focus specifically on this. It's in the same direction, focus on one thing at a time, keep it simple.
We branch out in every conceivable direction in unison and focus.
No. You see, that sounds extremely counterproductive.
I was going to ask.
Why Tiny Hammer?
Why not?
You said something about get this man a hammer or whatever he can hit things with. Tiny little hammer.
Makes me think of the character from a very specific show that battles with a hammer that then in backstory was shown having a toy hammer as her first weapon. It was adorable. Anyway, so you guys are going to make your way westward. Hooray! Is there any kind of conversations that anybody wants to have along the way?
Skunk doesn't have anything specific.
No.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty good.
There is a bridge here because I'm making this easy. Bridge.
Yay!
Now there is a bridge
Every-
here, and
But every plank could crack under our weight, so we have to roll a d20 per
no.
Oh.
However, I want Bjorn to roll for me a perception check.
Ooh, all right.
Just Bjorn.
We're being followed.
Here we go. And that's a 12. Nice middle of the road.
Yeah, that's pretty middle of the road. So, what are you doing now?
What could it be? This animal that I did see can help me guess.
Mark after dark.
Mystery.
Click on that.
Oh no,
That's
this
dangerous.
is that's different.
Anyway,
You should check
whatever.
that after the game.
Anyway, so.
So
yeah,
12.
12, yes. Bjorn, you're going to. The group is going to make their way to this bridge, and you're going to see that there are. Maybe not. They're not necessarily guards, per se, because there's no real reason to put guards at a bridge, but it's like an outpost kind of a situation, very similar to the bridge work that was done way up north with ribbons stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna sort of do this double take as you briefly realize that one of the guards, who is human, looks kind of familiar. He looks to be someone that may have been yet another one of your misplaced clan members that got scattered everywhere.
Oh, shit. Anyone I know specifically?
Let's see. I'm thinking something akin to... Because Bjorn was, like... Was the clan ran by, like... Was Bjorn's father, like, the leader of the clan? Or was he just one of the head-up warriors or whatever? I can't remember the specifics that we have for that.
Not necessarily the leader of the clan, but, like, the top ass kicker, I guess. Like,
right, yeah.
we really want this raid to work out, so that's the fucker we're sending on it.
Right, okay. So this kid's probably he was a little bit younger whenever the clan sort of fell apart and branched apart. So he's Bjorn's like in his 30s.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this kid's probably in his early 20s instead. He didn't do a whole lot of the raiding before things went shit.
Well, honestly, lucky him, to be honest, but...
Yeah, he did some of it. He does have some fight in him. But as far as someone that you know specifically, you might have got his name in passing. But no one that you really encountered very often. Though, with you working alongside and being literally the son of the best warrior in the clan, he's gonna know you.
I was literally just about to ask if he notices and recognizes me.
Catching that on such a, number 10 perception or so, does Bjorn do anything to make himself known? Or does he try to keep a lower profile?
Do we have to, walk right by the guy, or is he, off to the side?
It's like an outpost sort of a situation in front of the bridge, so you're gonna go walking past him, and if they decide to be actual guards and stop the group, you're gonna be seen, but... You look like a rather tough crew, and the other guard of the two seems to be the one that's more into stopping people. So if Bjorn wanted to sort of keep himself a low profile, he might have to roll a stealth.
I'm not going to roll a stealth, but I'm going to wait and see if that guy in particular
notices you.
Bothers to look up and... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Alrighty. In light of that... Nope. Alrighty then. He might the younger kid that you used to know might be distracted by the fact that you have a freaking Loxodon in your crew and just be like, okay, not working with these guys. If my partner guard doesn't mess with them too much, I'm not gonna. And then you can continue on.
No.
Okay.
No.
Bjorn, what are you doing?
I'm gonna stop and walk over to him.
Bjorn? Bjorn!
Hold on a moment. Hold on.
Keeping in mind, of
I'm
course, you
going
guys know
to-
nothing of what he's doing, so it's gonna be interesting.
I'm gonna walk right over to that young man, and I'm gonna wait for him to look at me.
That's something you. Oh, wait. Are you?
Mm-hmm.
So
We're not a common group crossing this bridge, young warrior.
Oh no.
Why didn't you question us on our way through?
Well, you look like a group on a mission, so
Aye, we are a group on a mission. That does not mean that it is a good mission.
I mean, perhaps, but he's the one that makes all the decisions in that regard. So,
I'm going to briefly glance at the older guard, glance back at him, and be like, I let people older than me make decisions once.
ooh.
So did you. What is your name?
ULF. Ulf.
Ulf?
Ulf it is. Ulf. The day our village fell. Do you suppose it would have fallen if the guard on the road had been a bit more attentive? We were caught completely by surprise. No warning. We don't have that home anymore, do we, Ulf?
No.
No. Do you have a new home?
Yeah. I usually either stay here on a couple shifts, a couple of days out the week, and then I journey back to Morkita, and I have a small little hovel over there.
Do you have a family in that hovel? Friends?
He's kind of my only friend right now, points to the older guard, who has been staying quiet and is just watching the territory. By the by.
Well, one day that might change, Ulf. And for the day that it does, and for his sake too, not at the older guard. When you're here, do your job well, and honor where we came from. Our people were not lazy, for whatever faults we might have had.
Right.
Have you seen any of the others?
Not really. Not in any recent time. I saw a few years ago. I don't know where any of them are.
That's alright.
Everybody just kind of scattered. Those that were left.
Yes. Yes, that was the way of it then. Alright, Ulf. Heed my words.
Right.
Do your job well.
He grabs a shield that he had been sort of. I mean, you hit the nail on the head there. He grabs a shield that he was just sort of lazily holding on to and just sort of steadies himself with it a little better. And sort of straightens himself up. Yes, sir.
Kind of give him like an approving nod and carry on our way. Return to the group.
Intimidation check not needed. God damn. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was that about?
Beat me to it by 1 second.
Just avoiding past mistakes. That's all. Bjorn's gonna
You know him?
Aye. We've Never knew him well, but we have met.
What was his past mistake?
Not his mistake. Not his, but someone like him.
Your past mistake?
No,
Okay.
though I paid for it well enough.
Okay.
Being vague is fun.
It's the fantasy way.
Right. Alrighty. So, you're going to continue on your adventure, heading
Yes.
off towards the west. And you're going to, I think that's about a day travel from Morquita thereabouts. It's closer to the edge of the river. So, why did I put a turn order? Go away. And ha 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 ha.
Just fucking ready.
All right. So you got
Jeez.
Jesus.
Yeah. Just fucking ready.
Anyway,
Okay, well,
I rolled a nat 20 on it earlier when it wasn't needed.
you did.
let's just go. So
You do have
I'm
that.
assuming we're just gonna go see Ozza since like we're kind of on a timetable for that,
Yes. Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
Okay. So while we're out traveling and about, do we all have any ideas on how we can lure someone out?
Here's a thought.
A few
If they're-
people.
I mean, their whole thing is that they nab people who are traveling, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
They said that-
I can be a traveler.
right. Well, is there a road, like a major highway connecting Morquita and Crag Bluff?
there would be probably, yeah. That's closer to like, something of the sort of.
Yeah,
like,
but how are they gonna tell if someone has special blood?
that is an interesting question. Yes.
You
I
have
mean, they
to
must.
catch them before you
They
know.
must have a way, or from a distance in this weather. I mean, I don't know, but it's
Do
just a
we
thought.
want to?
I mean, at present, the idea is meet Oz and then just kind of start exploring the area around the hot springs and see if we find anything, right?
Yeah, but that could take forever.
Yeah. So failing that, maybe
But-
just hit the road and wait for them to ambush us or something. No.
Yeah, but there's too many of us, and we look like very capable fighters.
We are.
So I think we would be kind of discouraging them if they see a group of us.
The entertainment
What?
hat can help in that regards.
The
Could.
entertainment
could.
hat could. Also, you know who else could help in that regard?
What?
Cadriel. Most of the time, as long as he's not actively carrying envy, looks pretty harmless.
Ooh, I could disguise myself as Law.
As
Oh, here's an
Very tall,
idea.
lofty.
Here's an
I don't
idea.
actually say that.
I'm the one with the party hat, so. And with
Guys,
that,
guys,
Bjorn is
got an
going to
idea.
turn into a very muscular bodybuilder version of Locke.
A larger, thicker version of Not to the Brave.
He's very strong, but oh so afraid.
No, I was making a reference to a Critical Role character named Not.
Not
Well,
the brave.
I've only seen the first season of the animated show, so I missed the reference.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna love Not when she shows up. She's one of my favorites. But anyway,
Yep.
so let's see here.
But guys, I got an idea.
Go for it.
So I'm going to whip out the blanket of funny pillows and I'm going to flop it out. Do I have any say or control whatsoever over the form it takes?
I mean,
It looks like a tent.
realistically speaking, it's going to take the shape of a tent, and then the inside's going to be wherever you're going to feel the most safe is not necessarily going to change. It could change on a whim, but as far as changing anything other than the interior, not so much.
So here's the thing. At its base, this tent just looks, this whole blanket tent thingy on the outside just looks like a tent, right? I just give it like a smack, like that meme of like this car can fit so many things in it.
Yes. Go on.
So, in theory, if we wanted to present someone or something in our group with the blood these guys are after as being vulnerable, set up the tent, have everyone else just cram their asses inside, easy enough to do, the schoolhouse is big, and then whoever is supposed to be the bait, just sit out front, and everyone else is just poised and ready to go, moment's notice. Now, could even stake out, roleplay it a bit, act like we're doing this for days, I don't know.
That's
I'm not good
a
at
really
roleplay.
good idea. Huh. That necessitates that we meet with Ozza first, because that's a weight game, but...
Yes,
not
meet
bad
Ozza first.
at
Yes,
all.
meet Ozza first, scout
it's-
the area. If that fails, set the trap at that. That's my suggestion.
So what, we just sit in a spot?
Pick I don't know, like pick a spot, make it look like we're on a hunting trip. Whoever is out in front, make it look like they're on a hunting trip. It probably can't be me. I doubt they'd be interested in me. I don't have weird, funky blood. I'm a kobold, and I'm given to understand most people find my kind remarkably unremarkable.
I have the funky blood.
Okay, so how much do you know about hunting?
I mean,
Excellent.
I think it would be better if we had two people. Bjorn here looks like he lives off the land.
True.
Stuff, and we
Have
can
done before.
kind of and we can just like disguise me up to look like I'm also trying to live off the land, even though I don't know.
Right. But here's
a lot.
Here's the thing. If you don't know a whole lot about living off the land, that actually plays into our favor here. Because if you're blundering through the motions of trying to survive out in the wilderness, that's going to make you look, and I do not mean any offense when I say this, but it's going to make you look incompetent, and that's going to make you look like a more appetizing and easy target. Predators go for the weak prey. If you look weak, the predator is more likely to jump at you.
Oh, so you don't want to look.
Yeah, but I'm still curious on how they're going to know. Which
I
one
mean,
of us is...
they must have some way. Otherwise, this whole operation wouldn't really be working all that well now, would it?
Well, that's the thing. It could be working well if they had like people set up in like towns and are like watching and studying people
So maybe
and stuff, and then if they go on the roads, that's when they get them.
maybe what we do is we look into
Another
Oz's-
idea.
We look into Oz's thing, and then we
Mhm.
go to Crag Bluff and see if we can look around there to see if anybody there knows anything of what's going on. And if we don't find anything in Crag Bluff, we can come back out and try the other tactic. Although I do like the idea of the tent and whatnot, because the tent is, and this is young, the tent is small. So since the tent is,
Right.
since the tent on the outside looks to be big enough to hold maybe one or two people, you put a pair of people that's traveling together, and
Okay. I have an idea. So
okay.
we're going to do Ozza. We're going to do an Ozza thing. That's it, period. Afterwards, we head over to Crag Bluff. But, like, we set up the tent maybe an hour outside of the city. Maybe less. And you all can, like, hold up. I can make trips back and forth the town. Like, looks like I'm getting supplies and staying outside of the town and coming to this tent. So if anyone follows me, they'll see a small tent, not really a large group coming into town.
That could work.
Could do.
And like
Could do.
look for...
I do have one other thing to add.
Okay.
Why don't we just ask Ozza if she's seen anything?
Well, yeah, we can.
I say
But
we do.
she-
Might save us a whole bunch of time.
Well, yeah, and also the fact that she's been busy with Morg and other things.
Well, yeah, but she's gonna have to fly over the mountain where these guys are hanging out, presumably to find us in this spot, and so she'd have a bird's eye view, dragon's eye view, really.
Yeah, but how much is she actually going to be paying attention to the ground?
I don't know, still, it's worth asking.
Yeah.
Couldn't hurt.
I mean, if she says, I don't know, then whoop-de-fucking-do. We're back at where we are right now. No ground lost.
So you guys are going to travel west and make your way to Aza.
Yep.
All right. So, hey David,
Hmm.
roll me a d20.
Oh, jeez.
Flat D20?
Yep.
Alright, you got it.
You're going to summon dragons.
Cool. Good job.
18 of them.
Good job. Anyway,
Ah!
so we're not going to bother with what?
Making our way.
What the fuck?
Oi,
Making the way.
Town.
oi.
Walking fast and walking slow.
just-
that made me facepalm so hard. Ow. Anyway,
Yeah, I did something.
anyway,
Honestly, masterclass song.
it is yes. So, you guys are going to head up to the hot springs, an area in which Cad knows to usually meet Aza.
She's normally in Crag Bluff when I would meet her.
Well, no, you're not going to the town. You're going up here.
Yeah, we're going up to a hot
The
springs
X.
/ whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And there's randomly like a little office nook up in the mountains.
Something akin to an office nook, though it's less that it is an office and more that it serves as an office.
It was recently used as an office.
Yes. And you guys are going to arrive essentially a day early because the trek is only 2 days and you're supposed to meet her in 3.
Well,
Although technically some of the day you were doing the close enough. It's fine.
I can sort my books and I can make sure that I finish all those things I was going to do for Aza, and I can.
You could, yeah.
we're just in there, just like sitting about and be like, it's so cold.
By the way, hot springs right over there.
Ah, hot springs. Goodbye. Tell me when the dragon is here.
What, Yang and Silver going to the hot springs to enjoy that for a bit?
She's like, she's not here yet. Goodbye.
Yeah.
By
Skunk
the
is,
way, there's a fee for
absolutely,
non-member. Never mind, they're gone.
Skunk is also absolutely just going to find a hot spring and dive in. Squish.
Yep.
Skunk looks beside of him, and there's a boiled frog.
Ribbit.
If there's a dead boiled frog, he's going to eat it. Like, ooh, snack!
Literally.
Skunk's like, poor idiot didn't get out of something that was hot. Hey, this water's hot.
Anyway, so, would Bjorn want to go and have fun in the hot springs waiting for Aza?
Oh, hell yeah. Bjorn's gonna cannonball that bitch.
Oh no.
That's kind of what Skunk did when he splooshed. So yeah, you guys get a good chance to relax, essentially. Except for Cat, who is doing office work. Yay, Cat.
Give him a
Cat
few
doing office
hours.
work. Doing
Cat
office
living his
work
best
while everyone
life.
else is doing a spa day.
It's not the designated day to be at the showers.
Wait,
or the
what was Cat saying in the myths? What was non-member? What?
You were already around the corner. You were gone.
I know, but I want to know what you were saying.
I was saying Wait, there's a charge for non-members. But you're wrong.
It's fine. All right. So, you guys are going to be doing that and relaxing in the hot springs and whatever there entails. Maybe we get a brief image of some sort of like splashing fight or something because it'd be funny.
That would be just strictly the boys.
Yeah. But beyond that, eventually, you will have enjoy the hot springs and the rest and whatever, and eventually, Skunk, you being the perceptive one that you are, because passive perception of huge, not to mention the fact that this is not going to necessarily be hard to notice. You will hear the distinct sound of flapping. And most of you will, because it's not going to be hard to miss.
Skunk is going to hop out of the hot spring and get dressed.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo that.
Get clothed! Get clothed! The dragon incoming! Become presentable!
Oh, okay.
Weapons first, but clothes also are important. Yes.
What?
Weapons first, but clothes are important. Yes, is what he said.
He has a good point.
Look, I'm sorry, I don't want my cock flopping around in front of the big dragon, okay?
You're a couple.
Skunk does not say that, by the way.
Okay.
I was gonna say the dragon don't give one fuck about your cock. It don't.
If I were a bard, that might be a different story, but
earlier.
What? What did you say, Kenneth?
Anyway.
I heard you try to say something, Kenneth, but it got overlaid by everybody else. What did you say?
I was talking to Bjorn, and I said it would be like the image that he sent in chat earlier.
yeah, pretty much.
And Skunk's reaction would be that image.
Anyway, so, you guys will make yourselves presentable, and then you will be able to meet and chat with Ozza. Hooray! Which, Ozza, being a full adult dragon, is a huge dragon, so she's just as big as the giants were. So, big silver dragon in her dragon wondrous form to meet and talk with all of you. And actually, Skunk's passive perception is crazy high anyway. So Skunk, in and amongst you getting your clothes back together as the wing flapping and all this other mess, you're going to pick up on the fact that your little mirror that you've been keeping with you is all glowy at the moment.
Ooh.
Da-da-da-da. You found a dragon.
You know, it doesn't glow to alert to danger. All it does is glow to say, yes, there is a dragon.
It's a dragon dex. You know, like the Pokédex?
Yes.
Dragon radar.
Dragonite is a Pokemon that flies around and shoots laser beams.
Do do do. You have found a dragon.
I'm pretty sure he has Hyper Beam. I don't know. It's the
does,
90s.
yeah.
It's been a bit.
I'm pretty sure most Pokemon can learn Hyper Beam, but yeah.
Pretty much
like
all-
it's just a pain in the ass to teach it to him.
Pretty much all Pokemon can learn Hyper Beam as long as it's fully evolved. Generally speaking, only the ones that are fully evolved can learn Hyper Beam. And it's usually by TM. There's not much that can learn it. So yes, Ostra has arrived, and Skunk's mirror would have reacted to said thing.
Lo and behold, dragon. Have fun.
Oh, shit.
And she will rest in amongst her, basically it's her horde, which doesn't really look like a dragon's horde in the traditional sense, because she's kind of got, like...
I mean, we've seen her actual horde when Locke did the spooky Vindsevpt thingy.
Yeah, which only Locke saw that, and so now you're getting more of the elements of that. Though, not that it would make any difference because Locke was the only one to see that. This is a different place.
Yeah.
So she will just sort of fold up and rest her wings and look among all of you. Ready for whatever it is you want to say and whoever wants to go first.
Silver pushes Skunks forward.
Skunk is visibly nervous as hell.
Uh-huh.
Bjorn will pass
breath,
Skunk
you
his
got it.
shield. Bjorn gives Skunk his shield.
No, this is when
Thumbs
Silver
up.
taps Skunk on the shoulder and casts heroism.
Nah. Nah. Just like, here's a dragon. There you go. Have fun.
Skunk will walk slowly forward.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, I'm really nervous. I've never met a dragon before.
You have nothing to be nervous about, little one.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you can tell I'm the one that weed boy over there talked about in the magic message thingies.
Mm-hmm.
Weed boy?
He smells like weed.
Oh, weed boy.
What did you think? He smells like weed.
I heard wee as in tiny.
No, weed, as in like the smoky.
I turn back to the dragon.
Anyway,
There you go. You're less nervous now.
No, now they're worse.
Oh.
So,
And Skunk will reach into his pack and withdraw the mirror.
this is the thing he was talking about. Oh, it's glowing.
it is.
It
Does it
doesn't
always
normally
glow?
do that.
Oh,
No, not usually. Sometimes it shows me stuff, but it doesn't usually glow.
What do you see now? Look into it.
Light.
What, out of curiosity, I don't know if you said it specifically, but what color was the mirror? Like the actual...
Like silver. It was like silver and white and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I thought. May I see that?
Yeah, sure. It's why I came here, so you could see it and tell me what the deal is.
He'll pass it forward.
Tiny
And
mirror
Skunk is,
between
like,
two
visibly
claws.
nervous.
Oh, absolutely. He is visibly quivering.
You trip over your own 2 feet, and the mirror shatters, and Ozza's like, "No, not again!" And she gets she gets sucked into the shards on the floor.
No.
Oh,
No, it's just this giant dragon just holding a teeny tiny mirror between two claws.
No, she's not.
It just isn't like magic.
agitating it.
Actually, what she'll do is she'll sort of... She does this very small, like, half grin, and then... She will flap her wings once, which almost knocks Skunk over because he's small. And then she'll shrink down into her humanoid form.
Oh.
Which
What
you
did
guys-
she look like again?
It was one chick from, I think, Witcher? Siri something?
Siri, that's her name.
It looks like her.
Yes.
Okay.
Adult or teenager?
Adult.
Adult.
Good.
And she will hold the mirror, it's still glowing, and she's sort of looking over it. Where did you find this?
Just found it in some old ruins back down on the continent to the south. I was just camping in it and picked through some rocks, and I just found it among the rubble.
And you say it shows you things? You see things?
Yeah, sometimes I just see things reflected in it. Like, usually it's just showing, like, you know, me when I'm looking at it, but sometimes I just see other things. And it's usually a landscape kind of like what I'm looking at here in Aban, and sometimes I would see a dragon silhouette flying around in it. But, like, never any details, never anything concrete.
And how long have you kept it with you?
I haven't really been keeping track of the days, but a while at least. Several months. Probably over a year now that I'm thinking about it.
Have you ever seen it do anything other than just show you flashes?
I mean, I wouldn't describe them as flashes. Like it just kind of fades in, shows for a while, fades out. But aside from glowing right now, no.
Did you have any particular thoughts while you were looking at the mirror?
It's pretty.
I meant when the images showed up.
Never anything out of the ordinary beyond what you might expect. It's like, I wonder why it's doing that.
So you can't just sit there and like stare into it and see if you can just think about dragons and see if one appears?
It never seems to obey me when I do things like that. Like, I tried that.
Okay.
And I tried. Let's see here. Do I know it? I do not know that spell. No, I do. I know the identify spell, and I pull out the white rock. That's my arcane focus. I found this in the same place, and I've been finding myself a lot better at using magic since I found it. But point is, I know how to identify magic things, and I tried to identify that, and I got a whole lot of nothing. Like it was saying no.
Interesting.
Have you tried asking nicely?
It's a mirror.
And?
So, Azza will, she'll sort of look over it for a second, and then you'll see that her hands will glow briefly, and then,
Mirror, mirror, show us a dragon.
I do believe that this might be a mirror to allow you to, and you tried to speak to call up images, and it never worked.
No, it just seems to do its own thing. If there's some trick to making it work, I haven't been able to figure it out. I mean, my identify spell is limited in its power, so maybe it's just beyond my ken, I don't know.
That is possible. And you said the ruins that you found it in were further south?
Yeah, they were down on the continent Gradiriel.
More inland, then.
Yeah, more inland.
That's actually really pretty.
I might have to take some time to look into it to figure out if my predictions are correct, but I do believe it is a mirror that's capable of a minor bit of divination magic, though why you are capable of making it do anything is interesting.
I mean, I don't know. The fact that it just kind of shows things of its own accord is interesting. I mean, and the fact that it just shows, like, dragons from time to time, only ever in silhouette, but, like, they're clearly doing stuff.
Yeah. And what was your name again? Skunk, was it?
Yeah, That's my name.
Had you ever met a dragon before meeting me?
No.
Is this one mirror what sparked your interest, or have you always had an interest in dragons?
I mean,
Skunk will like find a rock and kind of plop himself down on it.
I just kind of had like a passive curiosity, but nothing that ever really drove me. I mean, I know kobolds have like some sort of connection to dragons in our ancestry, but I was raised by a human mom. I never really cared about my ancestry. Then a bunch of kobolds attacked my hometown and my worldview got shattered. And then I found that sometime later, and I'm just kind of trying to put the pieces together, I guess.
Have you ever tried to really focus on the mirror, thinking of maybe images of dragons that you knew from stories and things? Or has it always just shown you... I feel as though it's possible you could see something more specific if you focused on it hard enough.
Maybe, I don't know. The thing is I never really knew about many dragons from stories. I mean, I come from a really small village. We had our stories, but it was all like local folklore and like urban legend and stuff. Like, I could tell you all day about Waxmelt, the corrupted scarecrow, all day long. All day long. The guy has like 50 pages of lore to him. Couldn't tell you the first thing about any dragons, though. Like, specific ones. Basic lore, like, they're big, they can polymorph, they breathe all kinds of funky stuff. No offense. But, like, as for specific dragons, I didn't care until that attack and then the mirror. Because it never mattered.
Well, now you have met a dragon.
I have?
Let's see if this mirror can show you images of me once you have left here. I'll leave it with you. It is something that you found.
Alright.
See if you can focus on it a little bit.
What was that other dragon's name?
Kraus?
The other name was given with Kraus, yes.
Can you try looking into the mirror, Skunk, and focusing on the name Kraus? And see if
I can
anything
try.
pops up?
I can try. I mean, I don't know if this thing needs attunement or not, but I can try.
And I will look into the mirror and I will focus on the name Kraus.
This is gonna be fun.
Is this going to be an Arcana check or something?
Actually, no.
Ooh.
This is going to be...
Oh, make sure you say please.
This is actually going to be a percentile dice.
Oh. So this thing that I just made up on the spot is turning specifically into a mirror of dragon scrying. Is that what I'm getting here?
Something akin to it, yes. But it's got some limitations. Roll me...
Probably should have discussed this thing with you in more detail before I just made it up in Skunk's first appearance.
Nah, it's fine. I mean, I
one?
have ideas for what I want to do with it, and I can discuss those with you out of character at another time. But I didn't want to reveal any of that until Skunk got more out of it.
Fair.
So, because I've had ideas running through my head ever since you introduced it for what I wanted to do with it. So, but you also gave me free reign to do with it which I please, and you're the type of person that enjoys figuring things out as opposed to having spoilers. So I was like, I'm gonna come up with ideas for this thing and then just hit him with it whenever Skunk gets hit with it.
Fair enough.
Roll the percentile. Roll the D100, Brian.
Okay, I'm the one rolling that. All right. Mouse.
Mouse.
Play nice.
Mouse, Kraus. Anyway.
67.
Okay. So, who all is near Skunk at the moment?
Well, we know Ozza is,
Silver.
but she just handed it to me.
Silver, Ozza. Anyone else near Skunk at the moment?
I guess not.
Probably not. Let's see. Let me double check. Okay. So, 67. Skunk has evasion. Because rogue.
Ooh.
So he takes 33 and a third damage.
No.
Oh, evasion. I thought you said a vision. My
No.
my understanding of this has now changed dramatically.
Yes. Skunk is going to it's not evasion just gives you take half damage if it can be halved. Or you take no damage.
Let's see here. Evasion. Beginning at 7th level, you can nimbly dodge out of the way of certain area effects, such as a red dragon's fiery breath or an ice storm spell. When you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed, and only half if you fail. I also have Uncanny Dodge, starting at 5th level when an
Right,
attack, or that you can see that you can
reduce it by half and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So not advantage, it's just you happen to reduce it because evasion. Yeah. This is a dexterity save from Ozza, Silver, and Skunk.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
I did not roll great.
Well then.
It's a save.
Yes, it's a save.
Skunk add 5 to that, so you're at 17.
Ah, that's better than.
Ah,
I'll be. I had roll nothing.
So was that as? Did you? Is your saves? You're a rogue. Your save would be higher than your dex, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I accidentally clicked my attribute instead of my saving throw. Add 5 to that. That's 17 total.
Plus 5 is 22 total.
Yeah.
What?
Plus from 5.
You
from
get
silver.
5 from silver.
Ah, yes.
So yeah. It is. Ozza is going to take half. Silver is going to take half.
Divine Allegiance, I'll take Oz's half.
Okay. And paste in Divine Allegiance for me. Just for purposes. Use your reaction to magically substitute your health for that target, causing that creature to not take the damage, and instead you take it. So, Ozza was going to take half. She takes none.
So I will. And I would be taking her half.
So you would be taking full, even though you would be taking half.
Correct.
And so the only person who gets hurt here is Silver.
Yes.
Well then. Yes. So, it is going to be 14.
That is a significant chunk of damage.
Yes. It is 14.
It's nothing. Total?
Huh? Yeah.
Is it 14 total? Okay.
14 total. 14 effectively
Yes.
lightning damage as the mirror just sort of cackles and doesn't show you anything, but it reacts to you actually doing something. Which it hasn't done that before.
Oh, that's shocking.
Yeah. And just in the immediate area around where you are.
So there's just like a burst of electricity,
Yep.
and it hits Silver.
It technically would hit all of you, but Silver.
Skunk dodges out of the way. The lightning will jump to Silver and Ozza, but Ozza would have a bit of a radiant glow around her, and it seemed like Silver got hit a lot worse than she actually did.
Yes. So, there's that.
Oh shit! Silver, are you okay?
I'm peachy.
Oh my god, what the?
Like, hold the
I think
mirror
I
out
took-
at arm's length now.
I think I can taste toast.
It's never done that before.
Well then.
Well, we learned something.
We learned that it has a personality. Sort of. It's temperamental.
Well, did you ask, please?
I focused on the name Kraus.
Well, maybe we should have tagged on, can you please show us Kraus? Or whatever his name is.
Preferably not here. If it reacts.
You're fine.
Skunk is going to slip that back into his pack for the time being.
Okay, note to self. Next time I use that, don't be in the vicinity of people.
Well, at least let us know before you use it, so we can keep an
Oh,
eye
oh,
on you from a distance.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like... Okay, that is concerning. Deeply, deeply concerning.
Also, Skunk, you sort of kept an eye on this little mirror all the time. And kept it with you.
Yep.
You notice that there is, because you have perception of huge, like on the back of it, where it's metal instead of the glass, there is what appears to be the start of some sort of like marking or drawing or glyph that was never there before.
Ooh.
And
Is it in any language I can speak?
it's not finished. It's like part of
I mean, right, but I mean, like, if you start to see, like, the beginning of, like, the letter, let's say, like, Q, depending on which part of the letter it is, you might be able to read it.
It's not far enough along for you to register if it's any language that you know.
This is new, too. What the hell is this thing?
Wait,
What are you?
is Skunk showing it?
I'm an Indian sandwich chef.
Yes, Skunk.
Who are you?
Oh, I just had a interesting idea.
What you got?
Oh, yeah?
So trade, blah 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 blah. Just blah blah. That's a different word. Sorry, I'm taking a look at something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here it is. This is what I was looking for. When you get spend just at the same time, you can spend one sorcery. What would happen if a dragon were to do a breath weapon on that?
I have absolutely no idea. Before today, I would have said probably break it, but now I have no idea.
I mean, I can tap into my affinity and see if cold damage or cold breath or something does anything to it.
I mean, so can I, says Ozza.
Yes, well, the thing
mean,
is, I
I'd
can
rather
get
not-
resist. I can get resistance. So for you to do a breath weapon, because I can't do a breath weapon.
I don't know if I want to do this in the middle of Cad's office.
It
I thought this was Oz's office.
is technically Oz's office.
Okay, so there's no harm, no foul.
Is that the correct conclusion to come to here?
I mean, we don't know if a breath weapon is going to do anything to it. You can
Well,
try.
the lightning just did something to it, and I know there's
Oh, lightning came out.
lightning breath.
Lightning
Yeah,
came
lightning
out of it.
did come. Yes, but what happens if we actually did something that's dragon related towards it?
You could try. Or I could try. I mean, I could do a breath
mean-
weapon on it if somebody holds it high enough. So that I don't hit it.
I have Mage Hand. I can send it up skyward so that if it does something spelunky, it don't hurt us.
That would be a tactic, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're down, if you're good for that,
Sure.
So if it's
I don't want to be like presumptuous or anything.
I'm curious about it as well. I'm not quite sure what it is.
Now, the thing is, do we want to start off with something small, like what I can do, before we do the big dragon breath? Because I know some magic items can be quite difficult, but it's not impossible to destroy. And that's the only thing that I'm really concerned about.
Yeah, I don't want to destroy this thing when I've gone through all the effort of bringing it here. And now we're just starting to figure out that it's actually fucking interesting. Pardon my language.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, let's start small. I can still do the Mage Hand thing if that'll help.
I can just hold it in one of my hands.
Alright.
Like, hold it up.
Silver will take it, and she will cast Burning Hands, but use sorcery points to change it to cold damage. And
Using dragon magic, but not dragon attack.
yeah, because she can't do full magic attack, dragon attack. But due to elemental affinity,
Yeah, she can shift it.
it adds my charisma modifier to it, but that doesn't really matter. But she is going to spend an additional sorcery point to gain resistance to cold damage for an hour.
Okay.
So she gets frosty on it.
Alrighty. Burning Hands is a melee spell attack, yeah? Or no, it's just spell attack.
Yes, it's a touch. Well, Burning Hands is a cone, I think. Let me post it.
I think it's a cone, yeah.
It's there you go.
Yeah. It's a cone.
But she's doing meta magic of transmutated spell. So to cold.
Okay. And anything in the area has to have... Anything makes a dexterity saving throw. It's an object, so it's not going to be able to do that.
Oh, she could just like hold it and just like put it up in the air.
Yeah.
So she doesn't hit anyone.
Alright. So, you strike it. You do Burning Hands. Is that 22 your damage from that?
22, since I changed it to cold, I'll get a +5 on top of that. So it's actually 27.
Oh, that's the attack roll.
Oh.
Because it's rolling a d20. Huh. It's fine. Because the Burning Hands is clickable to give you your damage. I don't know why it's doing an attack roll.
So
Okay.
9 cold +5.
Yeah.
14 cold damage.
Okay. So, for a moment, the silver mirror looks a lot more blue. Because it's cold.
Now, did anything happen with the mark?
Nope.
No? Okay. So, my thing didn't work. So, it probably has to be pure dragon. Maybe.
Unfortunately, for me to use my fire breath, it's still going to be cold damage. So if the actual element matters, that's not going to be different. Though, my dragon magic is much more actual dragon magic.
Exactly.
So, hold it up.
So,
there,
shall we
Skunk.
float it up in the air?
Mage hand,
On
float it in the air. And then Ozza will transform back into her dragon form.
Everyone clear the way, just in case. Okay.
Squeaky little skunk.
He does it as he runs.
Okay.
He still has to stay close enough for Mage Hand to work.
Right. But, like, he's finding something to take cover behind.
Yes.
He can take cover behind me.
And then Whoosh with Ice Breath being all majestic and stuff, the metal of the mirror looks even more blue. And nothing changes.
It's either that or you keep calling upon it multiple times. See if anything else, like, pretty much like stacking up effects on it.
That might prove to be something to try as you all continue your journey.
Now, is the mark that the lightning left, is it fading or is it staying permanently?
It's staying. It's solid. It's just very clearly incomplete. It's like you're looking at a symbol or a glyph that's you're only looking at a piece of it.
Yeah. Well, what would happen if you actually look for Aza in it?
I mean, I can try.
Does this thing need to be attuned?
I don't know. I mean, it reacted when I just thought about Kraus, and I wasn't attuned to it then.
Though, to be fair, if there was an attunement involved, that would immediately tell you what it does, because that's how attunement works.
Yeah.
True. Do you mind if I give it a try?
By all means. Just make sure
Okay.
I'm like far
Just-
enough away that I don't get hit by the boom boom.
Okay, just everyone, give me space.
Mm-hmm.
Give me like 30 feet. Should be
30
fine.
feet back up.
And I guess Silver's going to stare into the mirror and she's going to focus on Aza.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
$48.
Ooh. Very nice indeed. So,
Okay.
you are going to, actually pick up an image.
Pulls out a deck of cards. I need you to draw from this.
No.
Shit. Where'd these cards come from?
No. So, similar to your, like, scrying eye, whenever you make use of it, you are going to see an image of Aza in the very room that you are in, because she is here. But you see Aza, and there's no zappy zappy.
Can I quietly change it to Kraus again?
You are now focusing on looking for Kraus?
Yes, because I know Bronze Dragon and his name.
Yeah. You have, you can't just, like, I took the successful roll of this 48 and I'm switching it to Kraus.
No, I know. If I have to roll again, I will
Yeah.
roll again.
This is another D100 roll. Yep.
82.
Fun! Okay. Dexterity save. Zap! It's much smaller this time. You'll take the
Okay.
You'll take the full 3. Oh no, Zap.
Okay. She looks at the back. Check the mark.
So you will see that it has improved the mark a little bit. The mark looks more complete, though still not complete.
Still not complete.
Nope.
Like,
But there's more of it.
is it going to be a language or a rune?
It does look to be more like a rune now that you're seeing more of it.
Okay. She's gonna hand it back. Okay. Interesting. I was able to see her, like, in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
But when I thought about the other guy. It might be if you meet dragons, you can scry on them?
Hmm.
Maybe? That still hurts.
Hmm.
All right.
Weird.
So I guess we gotta go meet more dragons and test it.
Maybe.
I'll take it back.
Yeah, thanks. And
Yeah,
I'll
put it
just
back
put
in
it in my pack.
Yep.
And then I will turn to Ozza. Well, this has been enlightening. Absolutely.
Shocking as well.
Ha ha ha. So funny.
Thank you for taking the time to help me with this. I really do appreciate it. There is one other thing I kind of wanted to address that only came up like recently, just sort of a question about something else. When you were flying over here, did you by any chance, like in the mountains around, see any signs of like foot traffic or habitation, like a camp or like maybe a hidden den or anything that might point to something like that?
Compound.
Unfortunately,
compound.
No.
Smoke.
I was making my way here with purpose, and my eyes aren't quite what they used to be. I'm sorry about that. But I haven't seen anything of that sort.
Ah!
Oh,
Who did we
Easy.
lose and gain again?
the AirPods were.
Did the AirPods go again?
Probably. So, following that, you will,
I believe didn't like Cad and Silver have something they wanted to talk to Ozza about?
yes. Or at
Yeah.
the very least, Cad does. I don't know about
Oh,
Silver.
Cat does.
Okay, that's well. Are we gonna like keep in contact about this thing through Weed Boy or
Can you not call him Weed Boy?
Yeah, please don't.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's what you smell like. It's the first thing that clocked with me.
How? How is it?
I haven't
That smells like
even-
that. It's been like how long ago?
Yeah, right. I haven't had any of that in months.
Well, I mean, I don't know how long ago it has been, but here's the thing: weed smells really strong,
Not if you're used to it, it doesn't.
and I'm not used to it.
Yeah, but you gotta think of baths and other scents and
Do not underestimate this.
And I boop my own nose.
Anyway, whatever.
we're just gonna be off in the corner arguing about like how is it smelling like this when it's been this long?
Right.
Anyway,
Also, weed doesn't all smell the same.
Exactly.
regardless.
The shit tonight smells like blueberries.
The point is, are we gonna like keep in touch about this thing? Do
Yes.
you want me to like keep you
Yes.
up to speed about what's going on, or?
I would request that should there be any strange developments with the mirror, that you do let me know. Though that is entirely your choice. If you wish not to, that's fine as well.
I mean, this thing clearly is related to dragons somehow, and as of right now, you're the only dragon I know how to contact. So,
Fair. So,
also, you've got at least a functioning rapport with these people, so that also is,
helpful.
yeah.
So, next is Cad, I believe. I'm assuming.
Yes.
So, Cad, Ozza is going to basically give you a nod, and as I told Oak, your friend, before, you are hereby removed from my employ. You can do with what you please, though I do give you one last potential mission, though this is only a request. This is not something that you have to do.
Okay.
It is a mission that is much further south, so depending on what you and your friends have going on, you might not want to venture there right now, but there is no real time constraint. but there is another item that I wish for you to retrieve from someone down south in Crancrest. Though this person is not someone that you're going to have to intimidate or scare in the way that you did various others. It's more just going to be a visit saying that you are from me and that you are serving to pick this up for me.
Okay.
It's not a matter of gold, it is a matter of a specific item. A very important magic bracelet that I wish to have returned to me. And that is all. You don't have to. You can... what? Why? What is that?
Apparently, ChatGPT is having a conniption.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyway, so she is, like I said, it is just a request. Should you want to follow through, you can do so. If not, contact me when you have made that choice and decided not to, and I'll send somebody else. As I said, there's no real time constraint for this one. So take all the time you need to figure out if you want to do one last mission for me. Beyond that, you're free to do whatever you wish.
All right. Thank you for all your help.
Do any of the rest of you want to say something to me? Or have something else to discuss?
Do you know about this group we're going to be looking for? Gives information about the group to Aza.
I know that there are folks in and around this area that have gone missing. And as far as the details of what that group has going on, not particularly. There could be... if you follow the mountain's edge further south, there is a building along that way, but I'm not entirely sure if that building is just abandoned or if it's where they are holding up. But I do know that there is a lone structure to the south of the just to the south of the mountains. Maybe 2 or 3 days travel straight west. Whether that's what you're looking for, I don't know.
Okay. Oh. Can I give an advice? I know you're very fond of Razzo, but can you please put someone else in charge? You'll have much better luck.
Considering the things that I have learned through the last couple of days, largely with the kerfuffle that you presented him with, I have to look into that.
Kerfuffle? Did you really just say kerfuffle?
She did, yes. You sort of lit a fire under him that no one else had.
How?
You didn't listen to any of his wows, and you told him that he was full of crap.
Okay.
And, as it turns out, I will definitely be looking into that to see if there's something I can do. The only issue is, in order to at least somewhat control a den of thieves, your ruling party has to be some sort of a thief, or at least someone who can contend with their tendencies.
What? Why are you insistent on a den of thieves? Why are you allowing crime?
Well,
this whole place is slightly backwards because apparently you guys have a copper dragon that's in charge of the capital? Like, what's going on there?
She does get an expression of, like, almost exasperation when you're like that, and, like, I am aware, and I'm not fond of it either.
Well, I'm just curious. As like, how did he get in that position? Did he lose? Did someone lose a bet? Because that's the only thing that's coming to mind.
Are you stupid? No.
Because that's what I think happened. Is like, it somehow got a bet going and someone lost.
Kraus is a very complicated individual, and he did not necessarily get his position in the best way, so says some. But, at the very least, he doesn't actually rule over all of us. He just happens to rule over the town that has been deemed to be the capital by the giants and other smaller folk.
So let me see if I'm understanding sort of like the political structure here correctly. You've got the
It's a
giants and the
mess.
small folk who are
It's a
like
mess. Yes, it's a mess.
yeah, it's a mess, but like I'm trying to like make sense of it here. You got like the giants and the small folk who are running like the nation, but then the rulers are governed by dragons. Am I getting that right? It's like
Yes.
it's like you got two governments stacked on top of each other.
Akin to
Yes.
that, yes.
Where basically the dragons are like in charge of towns, and they appoint a figurehead to represent and run the place.
Right. And then those figureheads have to have like, you know, small people political relations with other like small people nations. So in that sense, like Morkita is basically just like that's like the embassy to everyone else is what I'm getting. Is that about right?
Akin to that, yes.
Okay, that makes sense in my head. Kinda. Like I can follow the logic. It's needlessly complicated, but I can follow it.
Yeah, but usually it's like the town with the rulers or the capitals.
Well, yeah, but dragons don't
But-
typically live in cities.
I know that, but you think like gold or platinum dragon, they're like up there, so they should be in charge of like the biggest cities.
Biggest doesn't necessarily mean most important.
Well, you know what I mean. Just like being in charge of like the main running place.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's actually kind of a genius move in the way. If the dragons run the show, but kind of from the background or no one can see them, then if in the event Iban were to, like, say, be invaded and the small folk capital, Morkita, were to fall, then the actual governing body, the dragons, would be somewhere else entirely, and so they would still be able to immediately start working with each other to solve the problem instead of getting taken down.
I know they're going to be in separate areas. It's like, look, Oz is here. She's not in Mork. And stuff. But what I'm saying, it's just like the ruling group, usually the figurehead that runs the country stays in like the capital, because that's where pretty much all the like the trade and stuff comes in. How like in Gradiriel and stuff, you got the Dragonborn princess. Dragonborn princess? I don't know. Something
Dragonborn
red.
Queen, but again, yeah.
Dragonborn queen and stuff. She's in the capital of Gradiriel.
Right,
And she-
Gradiriel's queen is a dragonborn?
Yes.
Gradiriel has a queen?
Yep.
Cad. Oh wait, he's not here.
Do what?
But you weren't in the Royal 21.
Now, I legit did not know that.
Yep.
That
was
is
like-
information that somehow
there-
completely
there-
slipped me by.
That just popped up in my head because I remember someone saying something of how the queen's panties of something.
What?
I'm like, I'm sorry? What?
I don't recall this.
Oh, this was like many episodes ago. I think it had something. It's like when we were like when Log and Silver and Yog were like going about in Caperton
It was just
the first couple of times.
It was just before things went bad in Caperton when they released Frederick and
Gradiriel.
Cad, and it was learning about the governing body of Gradiriel, and she was a Dragonborn. Yes.
Yeah, because I was inquiring something about, like, knowing of, like, who rules the town or something.
Yep. Regardless,
But,
so-
yes, it's just like, you know how it's like the queen figure is in the capital and stuff, because that's where you can gather the
Now-
most seat of the power.
now, what I will tell you, and you did not. This is Azza. What I will tell you, and you did not hear it from me. Yes, the ruler of Iban is actually in Morkita. That is where he stays, or well, he is there often. He doesn't stay there, but he is there often. But in light to what your friend there, Skunk, was saying, Iban has had a history of what? I'm getting an echo now. Yeah.
Ah!
No more echo. Nope.
Nope, there's still echo.
Coming from a David, I think, or it was. Now it's not. Anyway, so yes, from what your friend Skunk was saying over there, should Iban get attacked, having the people who are the ruling party to someone from the outside be someone different is helpful, just in case something goes wrong. And as far as
Yeah, but I'm confused, because if you already have him there, then why is the brass dragon in charge of everything in Morkita? And not actually the rightful ruler. So I don't know if it's a gold dragon or a platinum dragon.
gold,
If we go based off of gold.
I thought there was only one platinum dragon. Isn't that Bahamut?
Anyway, it is the point is the person who runs the show in Morkita, in the capital, is unfortunately Kraus. And that doesn't necessarily mean he runs the country, he just runs Morkita, that happens to be the capital. The one who actually runs the country, and if any bigger country decisions are made in Morkita, which is the capital where decisions like that would be made, it is the actual ruler.
Okay, but like, so what? Does the ruler not have a town that he oversees?
Not directly, no.
He oversees everything.
He
Okay,
makes his...
so why does...
I mean, you got a bunch of regional rulers who are the vassals under the big guy who oversees everything. For big things as big as dragons, makes sense.
It is a slightly complicated political structure that doesn't always make sense to some people, but it's fine.
I just...
Seems like too much trouble, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you need a freaking vacation if you're stressing over about a whole bunch of things and you're a fucking dragon.
Trust me, I know.
Then go on a vacation.
You know, I might actually do that.
Okay.
Take a trip to the Shadow Clone Cluster or something for a while.
I heard it was toasty over there. So...
Yes. Maybe find me a cave to hole up in where nobody's around, and that way I don't have to stay in a humanoid form for too long.
I mean, I was going to recommend the mountains north of Adernach.
That would work as well.
Yeah.
Regardless,
Scenic as all hell. A lot of forests to the south.
was that all that you required of me?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Sorry for complicated political structure.
Yeah.
Very
What is
accuracy.
what is the ruler's name, by the way?
Oh, the Gold Dragon Ruler?
Yeah.
Let me double check my notes here.
Coniptious.
see. No. I know what I know what you're trying to do there. No.
What am I trying to do?
Make it something crazy.
Knipschus.
I mean, it sounds cool, but what it actually pulls like normal words, so no.
You're just
yeah, that was what it was. No, quit that.
what was?
Let's see. It is a gold dragon by the name of Timeron.
Cameron?
Timeron. It's like time. Timeron.
Timeron?
No.
Brontosaurus?
Brontolorus.
That was close.
Anyway, so with that being will you quit?
Thumb. Sorry, had to get in one more.
All right. So with that in mind, I think you guys are done with Azza and all the shenanigans therein. Unless you have anything else.
No.
And then we can begin your endeavor to find this facility, however which you choose to do so, come next session, because this has been one of our longer sessions of it as of late.
Clock. Oh shit! Almost 4 hours. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we are going to put a stop at it here, so that everyone can get some rest because it is late. And
it is late.
Well, late, early, whatever. And yeah, this was a great time. Thank you guys. Sorry for complicated political structure, because bureaucracy is fun, and having to come up with my own is funner. But yeah, so I made it that way because Iban is a land that was filled with war and has pockets of governing bodies and all this and that and the other that's been all through its history. So
it's like 15 different government structures that all got crushed into one, and so there's a lot of bureaucratic nonsense.
Precisely. And it's ways to appease people to keep peace and not cause, like, the dragons to have to come in here and destroy everything that's not whoever can actually get along with them. Or whatever.
Well, either way, we have an outro to do.
Yep. So, let's say the This Has Been Shadows can be Brian, and the Join Us Next Time can be Kenneth.
This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
Join us next time as we continue working with dragons. Why are we always working with dragons?
Because dragons are cool.
Yeah, I guess.
I was going to say join us next time as we hunt down gene stealers, but that works too.
What?
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm kind of wrong.
More like gene splicers, I suppose.
Yeah, that's more accurate.